What the hell is going on, everybody? Oh my God, what's going on? I have no reason to be doing this stream right now, none whatsoever. But rackets failed us all, and well, let's be honest. Megan Fox might want to talk about this subject. She stayed up late. So maybe we'll send her an invite real quick. Forgive me, y'all, for my horrible thumbnail. And holy shit, there's so many people here. I did not expect that, y'all. Listen, if you've never been here, if you don't know who I am Valhalla Awaits. I am the YouTube LawTube wrench that you all love and appreciate. Oh, look at you. Thomas. $5. Leighton Rekieta, it would be a fill-in for Nick if you were on time. Thanks for going live. Listen, y'all, there was too many people sitting there. I don't know exactly what's going on with Nick. Hopefully everything's okay. And I assume that he will figure it out because he's Nick and that's what he does. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna jump on the opportunity. I'm gonna send Megan an invite real quick. Bear with me just a little bit, y'all. I'm not quite as professional at all of this as some of our favorite YouTubers, but I'm gonna make the best of it, right? Because that's what we do here. Megan Fox, I'm gonna send you a link, and if you're still awake, please come talk about the tonsil twins. What am I doing? Copy link. It's such a pain in the dick. I got to go from Discord to Twitter because I'm a boomer. And that's what I do. Runkle, also, if you're here and would like a link, let me know, buddy. I will send you a link as well. Otherwise, I have nothing planned. I have nothing scheduled. Obviously, this is just a fill-in for the time being, and we're gonna just bullshit with chat until something better comes up, or until I just finally say F it, I'm too tired to do this anymore, and we'll go to bed. Let me go get some beer. All right, I sent Megan the link. I don't know if she'll show up or not. I'm not even sure if Runkle. I'm not sure if me and Runkle have ever talked on Twitter before. I don't think we have. Let me check one other thing, and then I'm gonna go grab some beer, and then we'll bullshit for a little while, y'all. Exactly. We'll do it live. F it. Inner City Pigeon, doing good things. Here, Runkle's reaction to the tonsil twins. It's an awesome case. It really is. The tonsil. What the hell is that? Laura Owens? Yeah. Insanity. Baker, you want to come on? I'll send Baker a link too. Because I wasn't planning on being here, but now I am. All right. His father is trimmed up. Oh, the turtle tank lights are off. Look, y'all, I was already going to bed. In all seriousness, I don't know what the hell's going on with Nick. Hopefully everything's fine. Again, like I said, I'm sure he's gonna figure it out because he's a big boy. All right, give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm gonna grab some beer. I'll be right back. I didn't realize I had that picture up. That's fucking hilarious. That, by the way, y'all, is the prosecutor in the Karen Reed case. Lolly. That's what that is right there. That's Lolly and his stupid fucking haircut. Oh my God. Dropping F-bomb 6 minutes in. This isn't going to get monetized. Cool. right. So I really have nothing planned whatsoever. And I don't want to like half-ass talk about Nick Starov. What's up, buddy? You want a link? You want to come on for a little bit? Bear with me, y'all. It's at least more entertaining than the last half hour that we spent sitting in Nick's chat, right? Selfish son of a bitch. But that's okay. There we go. All right. I think I'm set up. We're getting damn close anyway. Almost there, y'all. Almost there. X out of that. Content. Live. Click this button. All right, y'all. You have my full attention. Sorry for the wait. Hello, everybody. I'm assuming there's some new people here, actually, and I would like to welcome and appreciate you. I am Valhalla. I am a goat farmer, ex-military. That's about it, man. I walk goats around all day, but I do try to have fun, and I try to keep people always having fun, right? That's because that's the key. We die too early in life, and I think somewhere along the line, most people forget how to have fun, and that's kind of what I'm here for. I think that's kind of what I'm here for. What's up, Shizzy? How you doing, brother, man? J. Russell Finch, you are not supposed to ask that, sir. And to be honest, I don't really know the answer to it. If I'm being completely honest, I've shot at a lot of people. Not really sure what happened to him after that. I'm at least the goat farmer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chaotic Frosty. That's funny. Oh yeah, I also do a Lego stream with MLS. We do it. It started out like a once a month thing, right? Where we would interview somebody while we're all building Legos. Lego. See, lots of Lego. Lego everywhere. See all the Lego? Lego back there. There's Lego everywhere, y'all. We do an interview stream, which I find to be rather awesome. And we build, the guest builds, and we have the lovely Wendy H that MCs for us or produces for us, one of the two. She does an awesome job. Check it out. Last guest we had was Rob from Lawn Lumber. The guest before that was Megan Fox, I think, actually. Before that was Jeremy and George Hales from What the Hales. We've had some good guests. I think we've got Torin 3 coming up this next Saturday. And I think we're in talks with Runkle sometime soon. And there's some other guests coming in too as well. We've got a good little Lego stream there. Since we Hi Tia, how you doing, babe? Lego minifigure. You have a goat herder Lego minifigure. I need to see a picture of that immediately. Somebody send that to me on Twitter or Discord, please, because that sounds pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that's the plan, right? We're working. Speaking of, there's Dave. How you doing, brother? This, by the way, is MLS's one of his new channels. If you're not subbed to him, sub to him. Add as moderator, managing moderator. There we go. Now, plug your own links. How's that? How's that? How dare you, Levy? Where'd it go? There it is. How dare you? We haven't drank Bud Light in a long time. Listen, y'all. If you're new, I gotta tell you, I did drink Bud Light for a long time. Long time. I have ball caps from Iraq from 2002 that have Bud Light bottle caps pinched to the bill. It's been part of my life for too long. We had to move on. We had to break up.
I don't have it. Jesus, what's going on? I don't have sound. No. Can you hear me? I can't hear Val.
Well, that's because I was muted. You guys,
Oh.
I muted the whole. Oh shit. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm having a long ass week, and I had a members only stream last night, my time. I was supposed to have a finally Friday casual stream, and I was nah, I can't. So I'm just so. But if you want, I got something for my trip to Houston in August, which incidentally also makes me I can cosplay as the expert.
Outstanding. I like it, buddy.
Yeah, if I'm going to drive in the American South in August, yeah, I kind of need these ones.
Well, yeah, if you're going to Houston, you definitely need sunglasses.
Yeah. I wonder how my skin will adapt to you. I mean, I've been to Houston before.
It's not going to adapt. It's going to melt, bro. Your skin is just going to melt right off.
Yeah. And I was in Houston in April back in the 1990s. And sadly, I haven't been back since. So it will be a completely new experience. Other than that, I'm doing fine. I just broke 7,000 subscribers, and
hell yeah, bro.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you so much, my secret son.
You 7,000. That's awesome. Good for you, man.
So, yeah. Now, what are we doing?
we are literally doing whatever we want. So we waited for Nick Rekieta for about a half hour, and then he got on and said that he couldn't do the show tonight, which is, that's
sometimes you can't. Sometimes
exactly.
you can't.
I'm hoping everything's okay. I suspect everything is fine, and whatever he's got going on, that's on him. But there was a bunch of people sitting there, and we decided that I was going to start a stream. So here we are.
Yep.
And we have nothing to talk about, nothing to cover, but I appreciate that you showed up for this. I appreciate it.
Okay, so if we have nothing to talk about, dun dun dun.
You're doing the Young Thug thing, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a great decision back in May of last year.
Oh, I disagree wholeheartedly, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I've been doing that since May of last year, and because the pre-trial thing is with the Daubert hearing. A Daubert hearing is when they proffer the experts to see if they are really experts.
Yep.
And that is when we found out that the state tried to use forensic video analyst. Now that sounds he can do all the things with videos and stuff. And then he went on the stand and they talked and they cross-examined. And when that was done, we found out that for the last 20 years, what he have done for the Georgia police departments is that he sent a video, he plays it, he pauses where they say pause, he screenshots it. That particular goes into Photoshop and enhance. That's it. That has been his job for the Georgia police departments for over 20 years.
I bet he's
That's
making
all
good
he
money.
does.
I bet he's making good money.
Yeah, but he ain't no forensic video analyst. He's a pinch and zoom guy. So not even Judge Glanville could. No, you're no, you're not. But he was still admitted as an expert in video enhancing. I have a 3-year-old niece who can do that.
No shit, man. Pinch and zoom is not an expert level task, right?
I mean, I can imagine you don't need to be an expert to do it.
Absolutely not. You can be some idiot off the street raising goats and clicking buttons on a computer.
Yeah, I think even I can do that, and I'm on click. Why doesn't it do the thing? Is I call my nephew. Hey nephew, my can of blippy bloppy things doesn't do the thing. Is okay. Here's what you're going to do. Blah 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 blah. The thing is, all right. I'm coming over.
That's about how I am, man. I'm absolutely boomer-tastic when it comes to technology.
Yeah, but I'm happy as long as I can press on, things show up, and I press do the whatever StreamYard. Yeah, it took about a month to learn that thing. Don't go back and look at my first month of stuff because it's so much garbage.
What's up, Will? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, Young Thug trial is this here. The Georgia RICO Act is so broad and so vague.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah,
it's absolutely insane. That case should have never been brought in the first place.
No, and they have been going on now for 4.5 months.
They're not even halfway done, man. This is going to be at least a year, at least.
Yeah, I mean, before the trial started, they had 771 witnesses. The state. Then, after a month and a half, the judge said, "This isn't going so swell." We were all under the impression that this would be a 6-month trial, so he told, "Okay, you need to skin it down a bit." So they skimmed it down to 400 witnesses. After 3.5 months, they had a week with only hearings, and the defense told the judge, "Judge, we are 3.5 months in, and out of the prosecution's 400 witnesses, they have called 41 so far after 3.5 months. This isn't going so swell."
Dude, this is going to take forever. You're going to be streaming this for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I am. But to the one of the few things this judge has done good is that, okay, the absolute bare minimum, what can you do, prosecutor Love and Hilton and whatever their names are, and we can skim it down to 159. 159, yeah, not counting the 42 we already have, and it will take about 120 full trial days for the case in chief without cross-examination and without rebuttal.
Oh my God, bro.
120 days. That's 4 months without cross-examine. I mean, it is so stupid.
Well, that doesn't count weekends either, right? So it's really
No.
like 6 months.
Yeah, but the
Plus
judge says
cross-examination. It's going to
yeah.
be at least, you're going to be doing this forever, man. Forever.
I will always have content. I will probably, once the verdict is done in 2041, I can retire. I don't know. But I told my viewers back in June or something, I will do this from gavel to gavel. Yeah, that was a bright idea.
Yeah, you made a mistake, bro. You made a horrible mistake.
Yeah, but at the same time, people kind of, I mean, not even the Law and C-Word channels, they had it on Law and Crime Network, and then they moved it to Law and Crime Trials. So it's like, oh, we can't have this on our main channel. Let's move it to the side channel. Now, Fox Atlanta and 11 Alive also stream without commentary. So I push the whatever 11 Alive or Fox 5 Atlanta, and I try to use their stream for my commentary.
That makes sense, though.
And I mean, when I started doing, I had like the Drawback hearing, one of the first ones, I had like 200 views in grand total. Now I'm averaging between 1,500 and 2,000 views on one of these streams. So yeah, and I think people appreciate me screaming at the prosecutor, calling Judge Glanville a spineless coward, and yeah, because he should have kicked this case out before it even was a trial.
Well, yeah, none of this should be going to trial, but it's got political.
Yeah, I mean, that's Fannie Willis, and Fannie Willis, at least up until they discovered that she is a liar in church and a fornicator of married man, and she had aspirations to become the next Attorney General of Georgia. And
well, yeah. You know what, though? If Kamala Harris can be the Vice President of the United States, Fannie can be the Attorney General of Georgia.
Yeah, and it's so stupid. Now the defense has asked because if prosecutor Adrienne Love, made herself a witness. You remember from the Zachariah Anderson trial how they can make themselves unsworn witnesses.
Yeah,
and she did that, and the defense said, well, she made herself a witness. She referred to a conversation, unrecorded conversation, where she more or less for a good solid 5 minutes said, well, when we spoke and I said this, didn't you say this? And the defense said, Your Honor, Your Honor, that no, not allowed. Unsworn witness, she have to recuse herself. And George Glanville, no, we're good. It's so, yeah.
Well, it's almost predictable at this point, right?
Yeah,
it's almost as insane as that. You know, you hear the craziest thing you can possibly imagine, and it turns out that's the government doing it right now.
Yeah,
in real time.
Yeah. People kind of forget that the prosecutor and the judge are government actors. And when they get out of line, it's the government overreaching. And no, hey, I live in a socialist country. We have government overreach over here. And y'all are doing more overreaching in the court, in the justice system than we do. And that's
lately,
dangerous. That's dangerous.
It's more than dangerous, my man. It's detrimental to the Constitution that we all value and hold above all other documents on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, you should be the beacon of freedom in the world.
We used to be. I remember that when I was a kid.
Yeah. And you still have that reputation all around the world, even though we still laugh at your presidents. We still like your military complex industry, because when people go shooty at us, we go USA, save us.
We
And
used to. I will say this, my friend. I don't believe that the U.S. military holds a candle to what it did even 20 years ago, let alone 40. And that's terrifying for me, right? Because if something were to be crazy and happen over here, like,
yeah, and I mean, we had our migration crisis. Let's just say we had our own migration crisis over here, and now you're getting one. And now our most dangerous areas are still safer than most U.S. cities, but compare just the other day in there were a bunch of kids selling drugs under a bridge, and people were walking by. I mean, out in the open, and no cops around, and the man and his kid, and they were approached by this kid. Oh, want to buy this and this, and the dad told them off. No, go get a job, and they shot him in the head, just like that. In Sweden, I mean,
I don't think it's a secret that today's society is going in a scary direction, right? That's not new to anybody that's paying attention. I don't think.
Yeah, and then and Russia is on the march again, and I mean, for a number of years, oh well, Mr. Putin is a strong leader. I don't like strong leaders, but at least he keeps the rest of the country in check. And now he's invading countries. And,
that's what they said in Iraq, right? So there's a bunch of new people here tonight. So I went to Iraq twice, right? I spent 28 and a half months of my life in Iraq on 2 different deployments. And that was one thing that they always said about Saddam, right? Like, if nothing else, he kept that region in check. He kept all the crazies from being crazy. And I don't know that that's like the best case scenario, right? With Saddam, like I don't think that him being in power was necessarily the best thing for the country of Iraq. No. However, it got a lot worse after him.
Yeah. And that's what's scary, because once a strong leader loses control or loses his life, the people under him, because these strong leaders kind of they don't want the competent people helping. They want to be the competent person. So if they are, all you have are these Peter's principle jackasses. Oh, now I can be in power.
Right.
And then things turns to shit. And Peter's principle, if the audience never heard of that, it is in every hierarchic system, you get promoted if you do your job. So you do your job, you get promoted. You do your job, you get promoted. If you stop being promoted, that tells me you have reached your level of incompetence. That's Peter's principle. So sooner or later, in a hierarchic system, things turns to shit.
Thank you, Janice. You're very welcome. Also, go big O. Go big O. But that's one way of looking at it, right? Like the other way of looking at it is if you stop getting promoted, that means you started to piss off the right people, right?
Yeah, or the people above you see you as too big of a competition.
Well, and that's where things get weird, and that's what it ends up being the top tier of all things communist, right? It's all about the good old boy system at a giant level. So it's like local politics, but you're playing with like nuclear launch codes at that level, and that gets terrifying.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Indigo Lona. I saw you in the chat. Hi.
Becca, we have no idea. We're just here.
Yeah. Oh, and the Delphi case going to trial in May 13th.
That one's nuts, man. You're covering that too, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm doing all the nutty things. Phrasing. Yeah, the Delphi case. It piqued my interest back in August or September when the Franks motion was turned in, and all of a sudden, Odinists. Okay. And then I read up on those crazy diaper Nazis using runes in ways you shouldn't.
So for those that don't know exactly what we're talking about, the Delphi murders were a couple of very young girls, 13 and 14, I think, that were ended in Delphi, Indiana. And it was an unsolved case for a very many of years.
Yeah. Between 2017 and 2022, they were fumbling in the dark.
There was nothing. And then all of a sudden they found a suspect that they arrested. And now they have all these crime scene photographs of Odinism and ritualistic ruins.
Yeah,
and it's all very silly. And
the
crazy.
lead investigator lying to the defense and claimed, "Oh, we don't know a local expert in North Germanic lore. We don't remember his name. Oh, he said this," and then it turns out he himself, that expert. Here I am to the defense when all of this was known. So the prosecution and the investigator knew all along that this expert in North Germanic lore said it's probable that these sticks formed in the shape of runes were made either by people who did know their stuff or someone pretending to know their stuff, at least.
Well, let me interrupt you for just a brief second, my good friend, and allow me to bring a channel first on. Will, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
What's up, man?
How are you, bro?
I'm doing good,
I was looking for like a clip to play for you, but I don't have anything racist enough to really to pull it off.
Max level racism is
This is the best I got.
Trump is Hitler. Trump.
That's the best I got.
It works. It works.
All right. I should have done that one.
Hi, Nick. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How you been?
I've been good. I'm actually sitting over here working on a few things right now. As you can see, I'm using my animated avatar here.
I see that.
Yeah,
I've seen you've been doing good things. You've been gaming lately. You've been adding lights and all kind. You look like a damn near professional streamer back there, bro.
So this is one of my setups when I'm just using my animated avatar, and then I got my regular webcam as such. And then, like right now, even as we're talking, I could switch over and I could be playing Street Fighter.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah. So I got a little bit of everything going on. Then I got little different animations and little sound effects and notifications. So just something I'm putting together.
I dig it. Let me take a second and acknowledge some super chats and memberships and whatnot real quick. Early on, Thomas for $5 says Leighton Rekieta. It wouldn't be a fill-in for Nick if you were on time. Thanks for going live. Look, I appreciate you, and let's be honest, I'm benefiting from this as much as anybody else is, and hopefully Will and Nick can join in the benefit, right? get some words out there and whatnot. Silhouette One says for $2 Canadian, appreciate you. I appreciate you, doll. You are amazing, and thank you so much. Shizzy gifted 5 Valhalla Waits memberships. Welcome to the Goat Herders. You guys get awesome emojis now, so go check out those emojis. There's goats, there's G.I. Joes, there's Dodge Ram symbols. There's all kinds of awesomeness in there. Go check them out.
Nice.
Alicia G, member for 1 month. 1 month. 2 Purple Hearts and Island Scene, maybe, I think. surfing. I don't know. We'll call it good. Wendy Marino, member for 3 months. No confidence in this country. I'll say this. I'm a vet. Will's a vet. Nick Starro, he's socialist, so he's a vet, but from a different country. And we all see what's happening over here. We all see that it's not going in a good direction. No matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, we can all agree on that much, right? Nobody's happy with the outcome of tomorrow.
I mean, I did my army duty, but I was we have what do you call it, conscript over here.
Conscript.
Yeah. So every male when we turn 18, the year we turn 18, we have to do the pre-evaluation, and then we are sent off for between 10 and 15 and 18 months, depending on where we're positioned. And they took
you guys actually have a really neat system in place after the fact. After the fact being World War II. And actually, give me 2 seconds because I want to talk about that while we're on the subject.
Yeah, sure.
Nathan C. for 4 months says goats, turtles, and hoes.
Oh shit! That's a hell of a combination.
And then Nathan C. gifted 5 Valhalla Awaits memberships. Thank you so much, Nathan. Appreciate you, brother. And Nick, back to the conscript and weird European thing we were talking about. You guys have like a after World War II, Sweden set up like a guerrilla underground network for defense of the country.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
On about 2,000 places around Sweden, we have almost battalion level armory where we can, because we don't have guns at home, but if the call comes, you have now 24 hours to get to your place. It is this place where you collect your gun, do all the thingies, and off we go. And if it's written into our foundational law that if our government says we are laying down our weapons, we are obligated to say they are lying, that we are being overtaken, and now it's time for guerrilla warfare. It's our obligation. All of us have done our army duty. So yeah,
that system developed because of World War II, right?
Yeah,
because of the European experience, shall we say, in the 40s.
Yeah, I mean, there were a bunch of countries that was overtaken, so to speak. The Austrian failed painter turning, So yeah, we have. I mean, it's a neat system. Now, exactly how it works, I really can't go into. But we do have for our country, we are about 10 million people, and we have almost as many guns as the United States. Mostly hunting rifles and stuff like that. But then also we have everybody who was up to the year we turn 45. We have that obligation. After that, it's voluntarily. So we have about, I think, if everybody is called in, we have 250,000 army.
Not too shabby.
See, that would be scary here, at least here in America, because we got too many people who would say, "Oh, guns are bad, and we shouldn't fight with guns. We should fight with our hearts." And it's just like, no.
Well, Sweden at one point actually made it mandatory that every household had a gun, right?
Well, that was back in the 50s, and then it became. We are still a hunter-gatherer kind of people, so we have a lot of guns, but we have to have it in a safe. We have to have the pin separated from the weapon, so we can't. It's not for self-defense. It's only now the government calls you in. Okay, now I set up my thingies. But that has been eroded also, because we used to have in every major city we had to have what you call it vaults. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Well,
Like
where people
like a
can
gun
go
safe?
hiding. No, where people
Bunkers?
can go hide. Bunkers.
Bunkers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
at least to room at least 10% of the population.
Mm.
So most older buildings built in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, they have at least reinforced concrete in the basement. Then
that's
it was
cool.
abandoned, so it has been eroded somewhat over the years. So now we barely can hold. I mean, we're talking about 0.5%, but because we are neutral, we are safe, our neighbors aren't dangerous, and we just wait a minute. Across the pond over there, you have this guy who is invading countries. It might be a good idea to start at least preparing for it. So now we joined NATO. So yeah, we are increasing our spending from depending on how you count from 1.8% to 2.5% in the next coming years.
I mean, that would be great as far as the political future and how wartime can potentially affect everybody. I think at some point in time, everyone who's neutral will eventually have to either not I wouldn't say choose a side, but it's either defend or take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well,
go ahead.
that's a broken down aspect that
Yeah.
me and you understand, right?
Yeah.
And Nick understands.
Yeah.
And dudes that have been through some shit understand what you're saying. But
Mhm.
most people, it's going to be fight or not, right? Most people, it's going to be either succumb to the system and the situation, or do something about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just stay in one spot. That's one of the biggest things that, you know, that's going on here right now. I mean, everyone is either getting a license or you have a weapon passed down from a family member of some type. But the biggest thing is, you know, if shit hits the fan, what do? Remaining in one spot is not going to solve the problem unless you're 100% adequately set up to remain in that spot for quite some time.
Right.
It's just that too many political agendas, too many goat herded mindsets, and I'm not goat herded.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, too many gelatinous movements. That's what I call them. And once that happens, it really comes to the tide of, like, you'll see the real breakdown of the infrastructure of society, especially like how people in political parties, specific political parties, will switch. They'll go from we're 100% passive to, hey, can you save my life? Matter of fact, give me a gun too. You know what I mean? It's just like, nah, you got to get your own, motherfucker. You ain't
Yeah, all of a sudden you'll see all the heroes coming out the woodwork.
And his name is John
Yeah.
Cena.
Exactly. Hell yeah. Hey, the hero now. It's just like, you wasn't a hero 15 minutes ago. What happened?
No shit, bro.
Yeah.
No shit.
And the last thing you want is that one motherfucker who's shaking with the gun, like, I'm ready. No, you're not. Get
No,
your
you're
ass over there.
No, you're not.
You stay your
Well,
ass over there.
society is always 3 hot meals from anarchy or a Carrington event. And we are so dependent on our electronics. I mean, in 1865, a Carrington event happened, and more or less the entire telegraph grid went down. And I mean, telegraph stations caught fire from this Carrington event. And Carrington event is a huge solar flare hits Earth. And goodbye electronics. Yeah. And if it
Goodbye
happened-
internet. Goodbye all electronics that you have come to know and love.
Yeah, and if you don't have a gun, people who are bad will have a gun.
Oh, I promise you that. The criminals will always have guns.
Criminals will never not have guns. They will always stay with them.
Wilhelm definitely does, and I made him a mod so he can plug his link now.
Thank you.
Nick Starov also obviously has a YouTube channel. If you don't know who he is, go check him out.
Watch
go.
the whitest guy on earth scream about a trial about black rappers.
The Young Thug thing.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my fucking god!
You been paying attention to it?
Listen, this crazy ass trial, right? Once I seen that they was reviewing the tapes of like these motherfuckers in the little barbershop and they was having like a who could come last thing, I was just like, I can't. Like, this is a bad representation of everything black people.
Everything about that trial is a bad representation of everything black people, bro.
Yeah, to him getting drugs in the court, it's just like, what are we doing?
Turns out the prosecutor's dicking down the assistant prosecutor. Oh my god,
this ain't the most ghetto piece of shit that I mean. But you know what though? It's just like not.
We're still just talking about the prosecutors.
Yeah, you didn't even get to like the constituents, the judge. Hell, fuck around, the goddamn sheriff is fucking everybody too. It's like, what the hell? But yeah, this trial is ass backwards, especially because they have been tracking not only his movements but that Young Slime Life. I think that's what they call it, YSL. They've been tracking them for quite some time, and it's just like at some point you just got to say, listen, we can't fight this no more, right? I don't know what the end goal is. I guess the end goal is to hopefully be innocent or try to get as less time as possible, but it's just like, bro, you got to give it up. It's only so much money you can take.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit.
And
Derek, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come to a point when the prosecution almost fucked up royally, because in the discovery to the defense, they discovered that a cop who definitely will not take the stand was on the take, and they almost internal affairs, anything. I mean, and the defense says, these are still allegations. We will not say its name. And the prosecution almost said the cop's name. And that is a central part in many of the criminal enterprise investigation, that this cop has been around. So yeah, that can be interesting if the prosecution opens that door. And but then you have YSL Mondo, who is not charged at all. It's not mentioned. YSL Mondo. And that's because his defense attorney was Fannie Willis.
See?
Yeah.
That shit.
And he's getting out scot-free.
Yeah. Well, I bet she paid for a hotel room for him once or twice.
Man, she was getting so much dick. She was paying out. Man, listen, I wish I could have been on the take. I'd have dropped so much dick off on her. Man, you just don't understand.
That girl is getting laid by half of Atlanta, bro.
Bro, listen. Ain't nothing like government money for some dick. It's just like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know what though? Every aspect of this case is like typical ghetto ass black people shit, and that's the funny part about it, because like every time something new comes out, I get to watch all the different communities and people be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I did that." I'm like, man, they did that shit last Tuesday up the street. What you talking about? Like, it's the most craziest shit ever. And once everything blows out into the open, I really like. How far is they into the trial now? Where are they at right now? What are they trying to do now?
There's 4.5 months in, and they are still on the prosecution's case in chief, and they have 4 more months of. Yeah,
they ain't even get to the defense yet.
No,
God
they're nowhere
close, bro. We're gonna be doing this for at least a year.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. At least. I mean, this trial won't end this year. I will say that much, and. I lost the trail of thought here. It's
every time every time I hear Fanny talk, like I have one thing that just
clearly I wasn't talking to you, big titties.
Every time, bro. Every goddamn time.
Attitude. Once you get past the attitude, it's just like I just want to throat fuck this bitch. Just like every time she opens her mouth. But you know, this is the funny thing though. You got to remember, and I hope this either runs like right after or runs concurrent with it. The Diddy trial. Oh, that's gonna be fucking.
Bro, I was just about to bring this up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of ghetto black nonsense, did Diddy do it?
Hell yeah, he did it. Man, come on.
Right, he did it.
Every aspect, listen, every allegation about Diddy is true. The thing about Biggie, true. The thing about all the things with the girls, true. Things with dudes, true.
Bieber,
Bieber, true. Usher, definitely true. We all know Usher, true. If you black and you in the rap, if you black and you in the music industry, it's more than likely you done took a dick up the ass or a dick in the mouth. 9 times out of 10, that's just how it is.
So shout out to AV to the 7th Power. She's covering this real good. And I think Lead Attorney, her and Lead Attorney are also covering, but AV is covering it on her own channel. Go check her out. She's doing the Diddy thing. And yeah, bro,
it's bad.
This motherfucker's going to prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's bad.
Or he's about to tell on everybody.
Well, there's options. And unfortunately enough, I think they're going to tie, because he did have ties to Maxwell. Yeah. So they could tie that into whatever it is that happened with her. And also, what was his damn name? Epstein. They could tie all of that in. But this is going to, if they're going to do, they should do with Diddy what they didn't do with Maxwell and also with Epstein, and that is release the names, release the dates, release the files, release all of that stuff to the public.
So if I'm being completely honest, right? If I'm putting my federal investigator hat on, right? If I were in charge of busting Epstein, right, and that list didn't get made public, but we all know a bunch of the people on that list.
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Beyonce were prominent on that list.
Yes. Yes.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are prominent on the Diddy list. So this actually might be the fruits of tracking down the Epstein list. And I don't know that to be fact. I don't have any reason to believe that that's fact. But if I'm hopeful and believing in tomorrow's USA, you know, the feds might actually be running down some of these leads and making arrests finally after a year and a half, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever the hell it's been.
It's definitely going to go way deeper than that, because you got to, well, I had a conversation with a couple of people that knows a lot about the music industry. Diddy's hands has been in a lot of places, not just
more than his hands, bro. More than his hands.
Did you hear the Meek Mill tape?
I heard some of it.
Boy, maybe it's dastardly, but no. So there's like, if you just want to like point out some of the key things, there was this
Diddy.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Stop touching everybody's anus, Diddy. Stop doing it.
They give it willingly. That's the sad part. They give it with you. If all right, imagine being a kid from the ghettos, from the projects. This is the most money you've ever seen, and yes, it's a 360 deal, unfortunately, but it's the most money you've ever seen. All you gotta do is do a little something on this here tape. We're gonna record it, and then you run around in a dress and say little crazy things and rap lyrics, and that's pretty much what most of the music industry is. If you look at like some of your favorite artists in the music industry, when you see them go from mainstream to just street level music, it's just like, what happened there? You see what I'm saying? But when you mainstream and you out here doing the Rihannas, you're doing the Jay-Z's, you're doing the Kanye West, it's just like, what's going on with you? You know what I mean?
I was going to ask you what you so Katt Williams recently did an interview on Club Shay Shay, which it's got to be the gayest fucking name an NFL superstar has ever labeled himself with after the fact.
Yeah, that's because his first name is Shannon. We just called him Shay. Yeah.
God damn it, Shannon Sharp. You were so much better than Club Shay Shay. Do better, bro. So he had Katt Williams on a couple weeks back. And for those that aren't super in tune with the black community, it was kind of a big fucking deal.
It exploded the fucking internet.
Katt Williams came out and made all kinds of allegations about black men in powerful positions taking advantage of other people, period. Black men, black women, white men, white women, little boys, little girls. They were taking advantage of everybody.
Yeah.
And Katt Williams called him out on it.
Yeah. The thing is, everything that Katt Williams said in that interview with Shannon Sharp, he's been saying that for the past 20 years. And that's the crazy.
Sort of. He's been hinting at it. He's never really come out and just exploded and blasted everybody before.
Well, all right. So the thing about Diddy, he's been saying that. The thing about Kevin Hart, he's definitely been saying that. Epstein, he's been saying that. What was the movie director, the white guy that
Weinstein?
Art Weinstein. He's been saying stuff about Weinstein. It's just that 20 years ago, when he started saying this, they blackballed him because he was like, I'm not about to give up my innocence, which is his asshole. I'm not about to give up my innocence just to be famous, right?
If I was on my channel and I would drop the greatest Katt Williams impression ever, but I can't drop
which one on
my own channel.
Which one?
I've got a great Katt Williams impression.
Okay, cool.
I'll do it on the phone with you sometime. It's great.
Got you. But one of the biggest things that he talked that he said is like this whole Diddy thing, and like I don't think people really understand how deep this Diddy thing goes, because we're going to get the answers to the Biggie and Tupac murder. That's number one. Number two, you're going to find out what really happened with Uptown Records. That's number two. Number three, it's a lot of women in these trials. If Cassie didn't sue him last year and shut him up and make him pay her, none of this would be happening right now. But she was the starting to this whole entire ball. When she sued him and he paid quickly, it was over.
Cassie was Diddy's girl.
Sex slave.
So well, but she's also part of this new lawsuit, and she was mostly the federal witness is what I'm understanding, right? So she's writing most of the papers on this shit.
Yes.
But she's been around for fucking ever. She's been with Diddy for decades at this point, right?
And then there's this other person, female, black female. Her name is Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright is like the female version of Katt Williams, just not a comedian. She's just been in the music industry. And then you got Orlando Brown. These two, the Jaguar Wright and Orlando Brown.
Okay, time out. Orlando Brown's a little bit crazy.
Yes, he is a little bit crazy, but
a little bit off his fucking rocker.
But when he said in that lyric, he was like, he was like, oh, P. Diddy, that's my auntie. It's like, wait, what did you just say? That's your auntie? What do you mean your auntie? Now we get the audio from Meek Mill, and then we get the video from Stevie J, that favor that he did for Diddy. Now the reason
called Daddy. Who did P. Diddy call Daddy? Was that Meek?
He called everybody Daddy.
Was that Meek Mill? He was in an interview and he was like, "Oh, I like when you do that, when you act like that, Daddy. I like."
That's when he was in a swimming pool and he told me his problem. And listen, Meek Mill, he couldn't swim away. His flippers wasn't working, baby. He was
all of a sudden,
So
all of a sudden, this dude has all these recorded incidents come out. All
now you know what's surprising. You brought up Jay-Z. There was a secretary that Jay-Z apparently took care of for Diddy, and she came up missing. So his ex-girlfriend Kim Porter, there was a cell phone that she had which had everything on it that went missing. But then when
give me a couple seconds, you guys keep talking, I'll listen.
When Gene, I can't remember his last name, when he came out and he was talking about it publicly, then they arrested the guy who said that he was the one who actually shot Tupac. All of this is coming down. It's gonna solve a lot of things. It all depends on how the prosecution handles the case, because they can mess it up.
But they can still prosecute, but they will mess it up royally. I mean, look, the first time they caught Epstein, what happened? Absolutely nothing, because too many powerful people. Then took a long while for Weinstein to get caught. It takes, and then you have prosecutors like Fannie Willis with political aspirations. Well, she has to suck up to people who are on lists. So how much can the prosecutor actually do without risking their career for it?
Yeah, I think especially what I've seen within these last few big trials that I've been paying attention to, it's so many minute details. I don't know too much about law other than what I be seeing and talking to the guys on YouTube and having little here and there conversations. It's so many minor details. Like you were just saying, if they would have said that officer's name, the case would have been over. There's so many minor details within these cases that can really change the whole entire trajectory of how these cases can go. In this particular case, like you just brought up about Epstein. How many times did he get arrested before they actually like pinned something on him that they kept him for?
Yeah, I mean,
And
a lot
go
of times, and he got plea deals that made him immune to federal prosecution. How do you even get there? How do you even get there? And it's something about powerful men stop paying off their victims. You have Vince McMahon. He stopped paying off his girl, and then she released, "Oh, he liked to shit on my face," kind of stuff.
There's probably something to that, right? There's probably something about men that have gotten away with ridiculousness for so long that at some point they're just like, well, F you. I'm powerful and superseding all things, right? So I don't care about your petty problem. And by the time it gets to that point, that girl's petty problem is a absolutely horrific lifetime of abuse, right? But to this rich man like Vince McMahon, it's just another day.
Yeah. Unfortunately enough, not enough of these rich and powerful people are not coming and being held to the fire. And I think because I believe in extremism, once you start really bringing true justice to these people that's in these powerful positions, maybe it'll deter others. I don't know, because society is crazy. That's just the way I look at it. Maybe it deter others to maybe stop, or it might just make them change their tactics on how they do it. We don't need to climb hill A.
We both grew up believing that Diddy was the shit, though. We both wanted to have the women like Diddy had. We both wanted to party like Diddy partied. When we were little.
Yeah, until up to a point, because you know what things
20
really
years later when we figured out exactly what that dude was doing.
No, it wasn't even that. It was this is the crazy part that made everybody kind of look funny at Diddy. When Biggie died, and then like I think it was like a matter of weeks, you came out with a music video and a tribute. It's just like, how did you put that together that fast? And then the questions start coming up. This Uptown Records thing. Why is it that 5 people who Diddy came up with, 4 are dead? And then there was an attempted car bombing on, I believe it was what's that, Kid Cudi's life. And everybody knew that Diddy did it, but no one would say it out loud. It's just like this thing with Oprah. How's it that Oprah keep getting tied into all these men who have all these sexual inhibitions against women? Why is that? But no one wants to say it out loud because they're afraid. It's stupid. It really is stupid.
I'll give you that.
But it's gonna be fun. It's good entertainment. I can tell you that much, because that R. Kelly shit. Oh man, you don't want to say R. Kelly's a bad man, especially when you dancing to his music.
Listen, there might not be nothing wrong with a little bump and grind, but there's a lot wrong with pissing on 12-year-olds.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. And then even with the R. Kelly thing, something that never got tied to Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Man, come on, dog. That's a classic.
All right, I'm done.
You remember Aaliyah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know how old Aaliyah was?
15.
Exactly.
15 Aaliyah was when she started dating like 27-year-old R. Kelly.
Before that, no. See, that's where this gets interesting.
Oh, she was with Diddy too back in the day.
So Diddy wanted Aaliyah, but Dame Dash was talking to Aaliyah. Jay-Z got Aaliyah, which made him and Dame Dash fall out. After they fell out, she got with R. Kelly. That's where all of this mix turns in about, because now it's just like, so you got 3 grown men going after a teenage girl, and no one wants to talk about it in public.
Well, we need to now.
Yeah, it's happening now.
Nick Staroff gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate you, homie.
Yeah, I'm trying. Let's make the chat green. Come on, folks.
Nice.
You all have $10 to gift 5 memberships.
Well, there is a slight disadvantage that I have, right? I don't stream every day. I don't even stream necessarily every week. So it's not I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. It's a big task, that's all. It's a big ask to make the entire chat green.
I tell you this much: if you go after the key days specifically, beginning or end of the week, never do a hump day. Like you can do your Wednesday stream just to like keep the people, but Mondays, Fridays, weekends, something like that. Something that the people will have a couple of dollars on. But we missed out on the pandemic. That's what the pandemic money.
Oh yeah, dude, that was before us. That was before all three of us, actually.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
I know quite a few content creators. They got this thing called the beef sector, and in the beef sector, they literally come up here and they just roast, and it gets personal to the point where they start doxing, and people end up in court, and people start pulling up on people's houses.
Oh, why would you do that show?
I mean, it was ghetto ass entertainment.
Fanny Rose was running the channel.
Yeah, it really got ghetto when white people started coming into it, because like now,
how dare you?
Hey, I'm just letting you know. Listen,
it was ghetto long before we got there. I promise you that.
It was even better when the white people showed it, because like so everybody will come up and they will never show their face. It will always be an avatar, right? And they would just come in, and everything you would hear on these gaming headsets, back in the day, old school Xbox game day, yeah you was getting it on YouTube, but it was bad. So what they would do is they would charge, like if the chat wanted to drop Nick off of the channel right now, they have to pay anywhere north of $100. But Nick can pay $100 to bring himself back. So imagine these 12-hour streams with 10 people on the panel saying the most egregious shit you ever heard in your life, and it's just colors all throughout the chat. And then there was
an idea, actually.
Man, it was listen, it's toxic. I know this guy. He was a content creator.
I know enough toxic people. I could probably host something like this.
You could pull it off, but I'm telling you,
you might be able to
create a second channel for that. You're gonna get strike for harassment and bullying. It's bad. So we all know the movie Fight Club. The number one rule of Fight Club was you never talk about Fight Club. There was a channel called Fight Club. It was actually ran by a guy here in Detroit named Anton Daniels. Him and another guy named Aaron O. Aaron O is a saint. He could sit up for 12 hours a night and listen to people go at each other, and he would just sit there and just smile or just be stoned and just collect the money. And I was on there one particular night. I got booted like 2 times, but I was so good at it that people was bringing me back. But Aaron made like a good 5,000 in that one night. Yeah, because what you can do is you can pay a $500. Like if I wanted to drop you, Val, I could pay $500 to boot you forever, but you can pay $500 to bring yourself back plus another $500. That's $1,000 right there. So now you.
So hey, hang on. So if somebody paid $100 to drop Whil from the panel right now,
yep,
chat could pay $101 to bring him back.
No. So if someone super chatted or cash apps you $100 right now and said drop Whil from the panel, I get dropped. But then I'm gonna just pick a name. M Young. M Young says, "No, hell no. Bring Whil back. Send you $100. I get to come back."
So chat can pay for you to come back.
Yes, and then
so somebody just paid me $100 for Whil to be gone. If y'all want to hear him talking there for the rest of the night, I'm gonna need at least $100, like right fucking now.
Hey, and that's how it will work. And I'm telling you, like, even when I was listening to some of these streams, like when shit would get said, I would be like, and man, it was a no holds barred night one night. It went from dead family members to children. And I was just like, y'all cannot do this. And they was like, no, we're gonna do it. I think that was the most money I ever seen them made. Because like when people start doxing you and it got ugly. I just leave it like that. But yeah, it was this one content creator. He came up there and he was a beast. I couldn't even hang with him. See, you got a super sticker for $1.99.
I'll take it. She said, "You ain't worth $100, but here's $1.99." Thank you, Joanna. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
So how Fight Club ended because someone actually got hurt. And this guy, he was talking a little bit too much. And
how do you get hurt on the internet?
No. Me and you get into it, and the statement of drop a addy or catch a flight was made. And drop a addy was made. He dropped the address. Both of them logged off, and one got hurt. So they was like, nope, we can't do this no more. So now the new formula on another channel is for every $1 that equals 1 minute. So that $1.99, that's $2. I gotta sit in the back for 2 minutes. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a grift and it works. It's called the bounty system.
Yeah, somebody super chat $7 so I can go make coffee. Then Val can.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
I need to take a shit. Give Val $10. I mean,
yes, do
Right.
that. Do all of that.
Well, hey, gifted memberships count too.
okay.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And Young
I'm off to
gifted
make
5
coffee.
memberships. You're amazing,
me off.
I appreciate you. And seems how this is a in honor of Rekieta not being able to stream tonight, I would like to share this one little iota of brilliance with you.
Look at the pin chat close. Valhalla is a goat. Valhalla had his links pinned the whole show. Valhalla, you bastard. You're fired.
What happened with him? He just came on and said he can't do the show and logged off?
Yeah, he was about like 35 minutes late.
Showed
up and was like, something popped up. Can't do it tonight. Sorry, y'all.
It happens.
It does, man. And that's the real life thing, right? Like the real life aspect to this whole streaming thing is like shit happens, y'all. Shit happens. If I had a baby goat born right now, I would abruptly have to fucking end this stream and go deal with real life shit because that's what it is. It's real life. And as awesome as YouTube is and as awesome as chat is, sometimes it takes second place, right?
Yeah, it does. And as much as you want to like stream and stuff like that, real life will always
second place.
Yeah, sometimes it has to take, even if you got something big planned. You see what I'm saying? Excuse me. I had one of the pillars of what they call red pill or manosphere. I had one of the pillars come into my chat one day. Can you take back the donation? Donations can't be. There's no refund.
Sure can.
But I had one of the pillars come into my chat. Come into my channel, and I was going to do an interview with him. I literally 60 minutes I set aside for him, no problem. And like 10 minutes before it got started, I had to cancel because my daughter got hurt and I had to take her to the hospital.
See that, and
I couldn't get him back. Yeah,
but
I couldn't get him back.
The fuck takes second place to streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially with schedules. Like, man,
bro, Kyler Quinn, I am not a full-time streamer, not even close. I'm lucky if I stream once a week, if I'm being completely honest. However, it's a lot of fun when I do stream.
I can tell you this: when you do stream, how long do you usually stream for?
Hours usually.
Okay, cool.
It depends. It depends, right? Because like a lot of times I'll decide that like I'm gonna cover a court case, so I'll do like the whole court case. Yeah. So I'll be on for like 9 hours a day for 2 weeks or however long the court case is.
Yeah.
Lately I haven't been doing much. Lately I've been doing pretty much the Lego streams, which are. So we do the Lego streams on Saturday, right? Lego Law, Life, and Libation. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Me and MLS do it together. We invite
I see quite a few on. Yeah.
And Wendy H hosts it for us, right? And we stream on my channel and on David's channel. And we bring on a guest, we build Lego, and we interview the guest, and it's a good time. And that stream's usually typically around 4 hours. Yeah. A little less, a little more. And that started as like a once a month stream, right? Yeah. We were like, yeah, let's pick a Saturday and we'll do it. And now it's getting to the point where it's like 3 out of 4 Saturdays a month. I'm not complaining about it. I'm okay with it. It's cool that it's getting traction and people are enjoying the stream. I'm here for that. But otherwise it's me posting the occasional video about goats and just trying to. Trying to enjoy this YouTube thing, man.
Yeah. What I've hit on was because I look at my analytics a lot.
Sure.
And I caught on to the niche that 1 hour 30 is usually like the runtime I can keep a crowd. Now, when I do my burner to the
30.
Yeah, an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh,
That's when I can. That's when I like. If I'm just doing a regular, just a stream. Now, if I'm doing a gaming stream,
bro,
2
I thought
hours.
you said 30 hours.
Oh hell no!
I was like,
no.
holy Christ, bro, what are you doing? Like,
I
lay off
did.
the meth, man. You should not be
Bruh,
streaming for 30 hours.
I did one 12-hour stream, blew my fucking head off because I mean, don't get me wrong, the super chat. No, it wasn't super chat. I was getting cash apps. The cash apps was good until it got to like that very last 15. You came up on that stream, that 12-hour stream you did. It was early in the morning. I was tired as hell. Yeah.
Wait, was that when I was trying to fight for race relations in the in the world?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was the stream. That wasn't a
tired.
12-hour stream. That was much longer.
It was so you gotta remember StreamYard only records 12 hours. So like after it went over into like the YouTube time, I'm like, listen, y'all motherfuckers gotta go home. I gotta go to bed.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm grateful that YouTube only records for 12 hours at a time because that stream cut my drunk ass off at 11:30 in the morning, and I had another 2 hours of racial ranting after that I'm glad never made it onto YouTube.
But you know what though? Even in that stream, like you gained a lot of respect because a lot of people they wouldn't hang like most.
Bro, I gained a lot of subs out of this stream.
You did. Most black and white conversations, they can get in that one. That one wasn't even heated. It was just mildly tempered. But most black and it got there a little bit. That's only because Beans was there and stuff like that. But
if I'm being honest, it was because that dude was being an asshole. And that's
which one?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
y'all look alike. I don't remember. But I was very drunk. It was 11 o'clock in the morning. I
all looked the same.
Like 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I had been arguing.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I realized that this man's arguments were not in good faith. They were
that's how it is with black people. We argue
on a point, and I had enough, and I finally lost my temper a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
we yell about dumb shit all the time. And like we will die on a shield, even if we're nowhere wrong, but we just don't want to seem like we're just giving up. But my thing is just like, listen, you know, you lost the argument like 2 hours ago. Yeah, I know, but I just couldn't let him win. Like, motherfucker, we could have moved the conversation. Like, what the fuck are we doing? But
I realized at the point when my wife was waking up for work the next morning.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on the patio on my phone yelling at y'all. I realized when she opened the sliding glass door and she said, "Are you sure you should be on the internet right now?" And I looked at her and said, "Yeah, God damn it, leave me alone." I realized that I should probably not be on the internet right now at this moment.
And you know what though? That's a great thing because like, all right, so I haven't talked to you in a minute. I gotta catch you up. But some shit happened in January. I wasn't good for streaming in January, but I did it anyway because I just need to keep up with the people, right? But what I've noticed is if I got the kids and something like that, the kids pissing me off, I'm not streaming that day because I don't want to take that energy to the stream. I want to come to the energy, be happy, and now when I do my burn it to the ground episodes, that's a different story. I'm there to destroy a motherfucker completely. That I will do for those streams. Yeah, it was legendary. That shit was fun as hell.
I was fighting off a whole panel of black folk. Work out my mind.
Yeah. Man, look, Nick, it was the funniest shit. So he wasn't even up there yet. And it was white people. And I'm just sitting back and I'm just like, I can't believe I let these motherfuckers just do this. And then Val came up there and I'm just like, no! Like, what are you doing here? He came up there and like it shifted from white people to this white man's on the panel. We about to attack his ass, and I'm just like, Val, why'd you? But then he hung in there, he was swinging, throwing elbows. I'm like, all right, cool, he got it. And then like when we came to the industry, I'm like, all right, it's time for your motherfuckers to go home. Like everybody gotta go.
By the end of it, I was like, who's racist on the panel? Tell me who's racist.
It was fucking amazing. I swear it was fun as shit. But you need to be able to have those colorful conversations, and even if it gets a little tempered, it's still everybody walk away with love, right?
Well, we absolutely have to, right? And that was the best part of that stream, right? Is after that stream ended, I was drunk out of my mind, but everybody else was gone except for me and Whil, right? Yeah. Whil was hosting, everybody else left. Me and Whil were afterwards. We're like, brother, Nothing but
Still
love.
love you, dog.
It was never a question. That was the best part, right? It wasn't like I waited till everybody else left.
Yeah.
Will kicked them the fuck out. Me and Will chilled out for a little while. I was like, bro, that was great. Love you to death. Appreciate you. And then we talked about other things after that aren't YouTube friendly, and we'll just leave it at that.
Not YouTube friendly.
We'll just leave it at that. Jiraiya with a $3 super sticker. Appreciate you. Bro, girl, I think you're a chick, right? I feel like you're a chick. Do we establish that? Or am I making that up because you got purple in your thing?
It doesn't hurt to ask for pronouns.
Well, it's the internet. I need to know.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. New Detroit sign. Detroit deserves better than those letters from Wish.
Someone drop Will's link in the chat. Let's do that right now. Let's drop everybody's link in the chat real quick. Will, I'm assuming you're gonna drop yours.
I'm about to drop it again.
All right. Nick, are you a mod?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh, Will's is shit.
Did it go? Yeah, it went.
All right, there's Will's link. Y'all go check out Will at Cellulite Podcast.
Let's see if I can.
Will's a bro, man.
All around streamer, baby.
Will has always been a bro.
I'm not a mod. How about that?
Oh man,
Nick,
you should drop Val from the panel because you're not a mod.
Drop Val from the panel. I run the panel, bitch. Who the?
It costs double to drop the host. You have to cost double.
Type something in chat, Nick, and I'll make you mod real quick.
Yeah, just if you see a thumbnail with someone holding fire and it says burn it to the ground, just be ready to hear some vile shit. I'm going to be cussing a motherfucker out that day.
Oh, let me give y'all a fair warning. If you don't know Will's regular streams, you may be in for a fucking
check your feelings out.
Your senses.
Yes. This last one that I just did, it's
I got a wrench.
There we go.
There it is.
And there's Nick's link, y'all. Go sub up to Nick Staroff. Yeah. He's a labor law lawyer, not a lawyer. He does labor law in Sweden.
I'm a union rep. I do labor. I do labor law. I've been doing it for over 30 years.
Thank you.
So I do have a law degree, but I don't work as a lawyer. And lawyer is a protected title in Sweden, so I really can't call myself a lawyer. But I do have a law degree.
Can you do consultations? Like let's say someone came to you like in Sweden was like, hey, we need a consult on this case. Can you give consultations or no?
I'm contracted to a specific union, so you need to be a part of that union for me to handle your case.
Okay.
So he's essentially like my understanding of the situation, and correct me if I'm wrong, Nick. He's essentially something like a union rep.
Yeah.
Right. For the union itself. So when like the riveter union or the ironwork union has an issue, Nick's the guy that comes in and is like, he's basically Jimmy Hoffa.
Okay.
No. Jimmy Hoffa was the leader of the Teamsters in whatever city.
Everywhere.
My area is the most southern part of Sweden, and I'm the first guy they approach. I do the evaluation. I start the negotiations and the mitigations. In somebody fucked up, I try to get them to keep their job or at least get good severance, stuff like that. And I've been doing that for a long ass time. I'm really good at it, but I will never be high up in the union because I'm not a socialist.
Is it something similar to what just recently happened here in Detroit with the whole the big three? Like they was going through contract negotiations and shit like that.
Yeah.
Something similar, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure I understand.
Yeah. So I do conflict resolutions, I would like to call it, and sometimes those resolutions will be, I'm going to burn your business to the ground.
He convinces you your conflict isn't that big of a conflict, and you need to just resolve that shit. That's what he convinces you with his 6'4" giant Viking ass.
Well, most corporations, like I have a family member who's going through a little thing with a corporation, and what we pretty much discovered was they trying to just wait her out. You see what I'm saying? Because she's kind of up there in age, but they just kind of waiting her out. But the thing is, like, we got a very good lawyer right now, and right now I wouldn't say they're at a standstill. It's more so they put the corporation on their ass, and now they got to wait. That is a beautiful pussy.
Look at this is my ginger pussy.
Bro, I was looking at something else and I heard that's a beautiful pussy. I was like, what the fuck?
Remember Mo? I
Yeah.
wouldn't let her up on the panel.
Yeah.
Bruh. Spiral out of control.
I believe it. Didn't she
Man.
try to like show up on panel all naked one time? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And now she does live streaming. Suggestive is all outside. But she still got a channel. It works. And yeah, one day her camera shifted a little bit too much and they seen what was on the table. You know those white things with the orange caps. Yeah.
Oh, with the orange caps?
With the orange caps, baby.
Ooh.
It was bad. It was bad. I'm
Ooh.
so glad I didn't let her up on that camera that day.
Yeah, no bueno. No bueno.
Yeah, but this last one I just did, it's getting pretty heavy because the guy said some egregious shit. Shit that would make you want to
these
pull up.
idiots on your panel, bro.
Hmm?
Quit letting all these idiots on your panel.
Oh no. From what you told me last time, I'm being very careful how I do that shit. Now, what I did do, I can't see your controls, but you got overlays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I do those specific, and I'm creating a second channel for that, but I have overlays for that's backgrounds.
Yes.
Overlays is when they cover up the whole screen.
I was in the wrong. It's the same. It was the same picture.
Yeah.
It's just in the wrong. I was in the wrong spot. Right. It's the same picture. I was just. Yeah.
But this guy who, thankfully, the channel they had overlays. He came up and said some terrible shit. Yeah. See, that overlay wouldn't work in the black sector. You need that whole thing to cover the whole screen. But he came up and he corn bombed the stream. And they had to delete the stream and edit it out and re-upload it, right?
Oh my god!
But from what he said on the internet, I got contacted because he's in Detroit, and they was like, "Listen, if you can get a message to this guy, let him know we need to have a sit down because if he won't agree to sit down with us, we calling everybody." So I got in contact.
Not my problem.
No. Only reason that I'm not saying it was my problem, but they know that I know this guy's family personally. You can't unfuck a clusterfuck. You goddamn right. So I did my
available at my merch store, by the way.
Perfect. I need to get one. So I did my due. Oh, I got paid for it as well. That's the only other reason I did it. Because if I'm going to be doing any work, I need to get paid. So they paid me for it. I got in contact with the guy. The guy said, "Fuck no, I'm not apologizing to nobody." All right. Now you know what happens next. He's on probation, and they downloaded all the videos of everything that you said. This guy about to get in trouble for trying to be tough on the internet. Fucking stupid. Fucking dumb.
Can I take just a second to acknowledge the fact that since I started this stream, the audience hasn't deviated within 10. We've been between 160 and 170 people the entire hour and a half that we've been.
Nice.
It's pretty impressive, y'all. You all are amazing. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat, y'all. Y'all are the shit. Y'all are the shit.
Good job, chat. What you like said, man.
Yeah, we have a good overlay of people who just hang around in each other's chats, and they are amazing people.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tonight's a little different, though. Tonight, a lot of these people aren't typically in my chat. Some of them are, for sure. Half Irish, Wendy, Ellie, Ghostry, right? There's a bunch of them. But a lot of these people were looking for a Nick stream tonight and didn't get one. So we're just here for entertainment, y'all.
Yeah,
just
I mean, we have the two whitest dudes and a black person, and now we need a Jew. We need a Jew.
We do need a Jew. We do. Hopefully a female Jew. Can we get a girl Jew in here? Let me get a girl Jew.
That would work. That definitely would work. Just don't be 100% covered. Just be like 10%. No, I'm just playing. Not too suggestive. But dog, listen, even like so I'm pretty sure you heard of Rumble, right?
Have I heard of Rumble?
Yeah. It's a streaming service.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Rumble, everything that you can't do on YouTube, you can do on Rumble. Everything that you can't do on Twitch, you can do on Rumble.
I have a Rumble channel.
Oh, you got a Rumble channel?
Yeah.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You kick your
There's not,
ass.
like there's not like a lot of people on Rumble. I don't stream live to Rumble. It's more like a once YouTube decides that I'm too white trash for them, I'm gonna go to Rumble.
Dual stream to both. Fuck it. What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Well, Rumble has been very complicated with the dual stream aspect, and apparently they're getting better. So we'll revisit.
They are, and I actually had a stream the other week where I actually got ad revenue, and
on Rumble?
so they
Yes.
on Rumble. So they are starting to get there. It's like 36 cents or something. But I've been doing the Rumbles for about 6 or 7 months, never got a dime. And all of a sudden, I'm getting dimes. And I have like 250 followers on Rumble. And I mean, sure, I will do a stream because sooner or later, I'm the whitest man on the planet. 1,000 years of Scandinavian inbreeding over here. And I cover black rappers.
What's wrong with the inbreeding thing, bro? We look a lot alike. Let's backtrack on the inbreeding comment a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Right? Like,
It's the beard. It's the beard. It's the beard.
it's
What's the
more than
guy's
beard, bro?
What's the guy's name?
shape. We've got the same similar nose. It's pretty fucking close, man.
Yeah. And
The inbreeding podcast. Just call it that.
we're not so white people looking. I mean, we can't say to black people, "Oh, you all look alike," because look at us too. We're not related by a long shot, and we look exactly alike.
White people have this distinctive thing. It's always in between here. It's between the top of the eyebrows and cheekbones, right? And y'all all have this thing to where y'all have these golf club noses. I don't know why it is. When I see a white person with a little nose, I get very questionable. Like
Golf
you guys,
club nose?
yeah, golf club nose. Y'all,
Hold
the
on,
bridge
time
of y'all.
out, time out. You mean to tell me black people think we have big noses?
Oh, baby, listen, our noses ain't
Oh my
shit.
God.
We got the we got the honkers, baby. It's bad. But y'all know the bridge of y'all nose always protrudes out prominently and then it comes straight down. Our nose is more angled. So we got honkers. Y'all just got golf club noses.
No,
Okay.
my
Yeah.
nose is the
You're
worst.
talking about
Of,
this part up here.
Yep,
This-
right there.
this part
Right at the
up here.
bridge. Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
Being
Look.
bumpy.
Yeah.
yeah, but my nose is this way because I was a goalkeeper, so it can be this as well. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah, I've
shit.
got punched in this motherfucker a lot, bro. It used
Yeah,
to be a
listen,
lot straighter than it is now.
When you get this motherfucker broken a couple of times, it's bad.
yeah.
Yeah, man. It's bad.
It doesn't go that way, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't go that way, only that way.
Yeah, try getting it snapped back into place in the middle of a match. That's a motherfucker.
Now it's yeah.
Oh.
Don't do goalkeeping. They put me in the goal as a goalkeeper because they wanted to separate me from the rest of the players because I kind of got sent off every game.
Exactly. Come on now. That hunker, listen, that motherfucker, he got a goddamn
He's
hammer
got-
for a nose.
Oh,
no,
that's got a point. She's got
Yeah.
a point.
God made a mistake and put an elbow in his face. I mean, seriously.
Listen, I'm sorry about unlocking it. Listen, when you look at certain features, when you look at like I always tell people, I influence people. Listen, when you get out the shower, don't be afraid to look at yourself naked in the mirror. Right?
This
gotta
is
look at
brand
something.
new information for me. I've always thought you guys had the big noses. I had no idea.
Oh no, white people got
No
noses, baby. Oh
I
hell,
had no idea, bro.
no. We as black people, we just smell bullshit. Y'all smell everything. That's the huge difference. It's terrible. I'm telling you.
You smell all of your cocoa powder. I promise.
Man, dog. Listen, I don't know why these chicks keep walking around with all this goddamn cocoa. Where's my shit at? This is my shoot. This is my shit now.
Let me be a total douchebag for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you guys good while I go take a bio break?
Bio break? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
A couple minutes. Yeah.
It's our
Yeah.
channel now.
It's our channel. Damn,
I have full faith in both of you. Behave, gentlemen.
don't worry, we're totally gonna behave. So I got this titty pic I want to pull up right quick, right?
Yep. Okay.
God damn it, Will.
So this union thing that you were talking about, right?
Yep.
Excuse me. Does that cover all industries or just certain industries?
I'm in a certain industry. It's a part of the graphic industry.
Okay.
So these are all the big, the packages for formulas and stuff, milk cartons, stuff like that. So that industry I am contracted to, and I mean, for a brief time I was.
I wish my titties wasn't so damn little.
I mean, fuck it. Just fuck it. Just why not? It's just titties. Apparently he's on his phone.
Yeah, sometimes in the middle of everything, titties. And everything, I agree with Rodney Carrington, the country western comic musician.
Yeah.
Show a guy a pair of titties and we calm the fuck down.
Yes, it's 1,000% true. It's gonna be two country leaders, presidents, however have you, and they're gonna have their finger on that red button. It's gonna take at that moment, it's gonna take a perfect hacker and a perfect set of tits to come on both of their screens at the same time. But hey, do you really want to blow these up? And it's just like, bro, we need to reconsider this. It's like we don't want to blow those titties up. You see what I'm saying? And it got to be like an old woman with like some saggy titties right next to them that they can compare them to. It's just like, I don't want to have to look at those titties for the rest of my life, and I want those titties. Tits will save the world. I keep trying to. It got to be the perfect set though. You got to have big areola, big nipple. Hopefully, some milk coming out of it. That would make it even better because there's nothing better than a milky titty. Oh my God. Titty milk. Listen, titty milk. The things that you can do with like a titty that can spray out milk, especially like when you grab that motherfucker, and you squeeze it and just shoot out like a waterfall. It's beautiful. It will save the fucking world. I keep trying to tell people this. But everybody want to be lactose intolerant these days. They want to switch to almond.
Now, my significant other, God bless her, she knows when I'm having the worst days, and she will just step into the kitchen, remove, and then start making me food because she knows I'm having a bad fucked day.
Yep.
And she makes me some food. She shows me her titties. Now she's a bit older than me, so they aren't where they used to be, but I don't care. I
Tits
don't
a
care.
tit, baby.
Yeah, I mean, my day instantly improves with my significant other showing her titties.
Yeah. It's a stress reliever. Not only is it like it's something that will bring you home, right? And I tell a lot of women this: if he starts loving what's out the house because what's in the house is not loving him enough, then you understand why. But if he comes on, he had a hard day at work, shit, a blowjob and a fucking titty grab and an ass grab will save a day. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, it will save a week. I mean, what was it? Sometime last year there was a Twitter thread. How often do guys get compliments? We rarely do. We rarely do. We still live off of a compliment we got from a random girl 20 years ago.
1,000%.
Yeah, we don't need that much. And who was it who said it? Sandwich titties compliment.
Sex silence. Yeah, sex silence sandwich. Yeah.
And I don't mind an argument with my girlfriend. We have them once in a while, but that's just life. But if I'm having a bad, fucked up day, she knows, and she can. I mean, it's low effort because men are very low effort. We don't need much.
Yeah, we don't.
The reason why women don't understand men is because you give us too much credit. If we say we think of nothing, We actually do. Think
It's
of
blank
nothing.
as hell. It's blank as fuck up here.
Yeah.
Hey, what's on your mind? None.
Nothing.
So you're not thinking? Are you paying attention to the conversation? Yeah. I'm not even here anymore. But if you pull your titties out, I'm focused. You got my 100% attention. There's this ongoing gender war. And I don't mean like gender as in sex change stuff like that. Gender as in, it's men's fault, it's women's fault. That dumb bullshit. And I try to tell people all the time, like, when it comes to men trying to understand women and women trying to understand men, take all the men, put them in their own group, take all the women, put them in their own group. They can converse amongst each other how to evolve as men and women. And then the only time y'all really need to come together is if y'all need to trade ideas, fuck, drink, whatever. The problem is too many people try to take one person's blanket statement. Like the biggest arguments that I've been in on YouTube was everybody bringing up Andrew Tate. And it's just like, well, Andrew Tate's a pickup artist. He's not like your typical husband material. He's the guy who you go to when you want a good time, you want to fuck. That's it. Your husband materials, these are the guys who usually dad bods, or these are the career guys. They family-oriented structure, but at the same time, when they get off work, they want to interact with the family, but they just want to be left alone at the same time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Andrew Tate is a hustler. He found a niche and he went for it, and he's making a lot of money. Now he does do some shady, crazy stuff as well, which has got him into real deep trouble over here in Europe.
Yeah.
But that niche market of telling insecure men, go buy my classes in this hustler university, brilliant.
Yeah, it works. The only, why it works. So, and do you know who Kevin Samuels is?
No.
Kevin Samuels, he was a prominent, Kevin Samuels was the black Andrew Tate. That's the best way I could be, even though Andrew Tate got some black in him because of his father. But Kevin Samuels was, he was pretty much like the pinnacle black godfather of like the Manosphere. And what happened was he became famous because he was pretty much telling women like off. But he wasn't telling them off to say like, fuck you and you ain't just that. It's more so, hey, you're expecting to get a 10 guy, but you're a 2 chick. Like you need to find your happy medium. And unfortunately, he got famous off that, but a lot of people didn't pay attention to what he was saying to the dudes as well. So it was this one very prominent interview that he did with a guy. And the guy was like, yeah, I work at McDonald's. I live in my mom's basement. I make like $24,000 a year. And he's like, how much do you weigh? He's like, I weigh like 400. He's like, all right, 400 pounds, which means you probably got a little dick. You don't make that much money. You live in your mom's house. What type of woman are you seeking? He's like, oh, I want to get with a girl that, makes a lot of money. He's like, all right, well, you need to kill that idea. He's like, well, why? Because that's not your market, right? Your market is either you can get a second job, you can get out your mom's house, and you can lose weight. Now, this kind of sounds like some things that Andrew Tate was saying about guys need to get in shape, get their money right, stop chasing, all that in you. So that's where those two prominent figures are, Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate. The huge problem with those two are, though, and this is something that I've been saying for a while, how can men complain about women who they want to have sex with? And how can women complain about men who they want to have sex with? Maybe if y'all stop complaining and just have the conversation, you'll find that both y'all interests are the same. It's the stupidest shit ever.
Now,
well,
Dave,
there's a really easy way to sum that up.
And he also had obstacles that luckily most of us do not have. We hear that Bryce suffers from an intellectual disability. That's the current term. That's what people use now. When I was growing up, we used the word retarded.
You need that clip. I can't remember the name of that movie, but he was like, I'm retarded. And he looked in the mirror and his face was like,
oh, it was an episode of Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
I'm retarded.
Man. that is the funniest shit. So the reason why, to me, that's funny is because we take too many labels and we
Yes,
assign
quantum
them.
leap.
Quantum leap. That's
leap.
what it was.
Yes. Yes.
We take too many labels and we assign them to people because of what's based on what society perceives it as. Pretty sure y'all heard of what an incel is, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a wrong label. It should be sincel. It's self-inflicted celibacy.
Most of the time. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I never looked at it like that.
Because they claim it's involuntary celibacy. No, it's self-inflicted celibacy.
Well, but if you say that though, then you're being offensive, and
no, you're not.
Well,
it's not being offensive.
To them, I might be, but hold on. No, I can't find any fucks to give.
Good shit. Good shit.
His name is John C.
So I had a conversation with a guy. Actually, he came from our Discord. His name is Richard. Apparently, this guy, he's like a very prominent incel speaker. He goes out and he like talks to people about what incels are.
What a stupid fucking title! Like
it is.
Could you ever in a million years?
I'm the king of the incels. Well,
no, not king. He's more so like I wouldn't call him a spokesperson. It's just that he wants to disavow societal's narrative of what an incel is. Because when you hear an incel, you think about those guys who went and did those things at those places to those peoples. We're just gonna leave it at that. But he was like, yeah, that's not incels. That's rage. That's what that is. So when I brought him up on the channel, I was like, all right, so just explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, and then I'll study like a college student. And basically, yes, it is involuntary celibacy, but it's a specific archetype of woman that they want, that they get refused by, rejected by. So for the purpose of conversation, let's just use Kim Kardashian, right?
Okay.
Let's say you wanted to be chosen by a woman that is like Kim Kardashian, but that one specific woman rejects you. So my question was then, all right, so does that mean now that you hate all women just because that one woman didn't choose you? He's like, no, that's rage. What it is that there are a lot of incels who still practice the art of sex. It's called maximum escort maximum. That's what it's called. So they will still hire like, it's
I thought you were going to say masturbation.
I mean,
what was the word?
Escort maximum.
Keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Listen, I had to listen, and with respect to Richard, I had to do my best not to laugh because he talks like this, and my name's Richard.
And I'm just like I do not think you mean what you think it means, guy. He sounds like Mandy Patinkin from The Princess Bride. Is that what you're saying?
It's so bad, but
conceivable.
It's worse. It's literally take the highest pitch feminine voice and you can put it into a man's body. That's what it was.
Oh,
but I always try to approach a conversation from a position of understanding. That way, I won't go to the judgmental side, right?
Oh, I try to go to the judgmental side almost as soon as humanly possible.
Bruh, it's bad. See, I couldn't have you up on that panel. Like, hi, hey Val, this is Richard. Oh, hello, Valhalla. What the fuck did you just say to me? Like, motherfucker.
That's a Jew that can make Michael Jackson sound masculine.
But from that conversation I had with him, I gained a better understanding of what an actual incel was. Now, to take that and compare it to what societal's definition of what an incel was. Societal's definition of what an incel was that it's...
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
So that was societal's.
But this is going to be crazy, right? So societal's definition of an incel is a white man. That's literally what they call them. When it actually comes from India. India.
What?
Yes.
What society are you listening to, bro?
Stupid people.
Oh.
Yeah. Stupid. My perception is that everyone is stupid. I just have a 3rd grade education. But once I got past that part and I moved to where now we can like evolve the conversation of we can get away from removing labels. And yeah, you still gonna have fun, talk shit, all that good shit. But when it comes to the labeling part, like when I hear people say like stupid shit, like, oh, you're an incel, it's just like, do you know what the fuck you're talking about? Because if you don't, you need to shut the fuck up. Oh, you're incel protector? No, it's just that I hate stupid people. Like, don't say dumb shit. Same thing when it comes to lawyers. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't trust lawyers. I think anyone that's attached to the federal government shouldn't be trusted. And that's kind of a far reach, isn't it?
Lawyers aren't all attached to the federal government. Some of them are fighting the.
I'm a black man from Detroit. Fuck them.
I got the hiccups, goddammit.
Listen, if he got a suit on with a tie and he got to deal with court, I don't trust it. I'm scared. I don't have a chance.
I can't argue against that.
I like where this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity. I like where this is.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still, you still have fun with it, regardless. But society and gender wars and all this and the other, it's all so fucking stupid. Listen, my thing is just fucking get it over with.
Society would benefit if more people gave less of a fuck.
Yes, 1,000% true.
Dave over at Making Law Simple, but now his channel is God of Law. He has a 3-tier.
I'm sorry, did you say he called himself God of Law?
Yeah,
God of Law. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
He got a new channel because he was semi-cheated because he did either something stupid or something, whatever it is. It's besides the point. He had, instead of the 1 to 10 men and women, he has a 3-tier. You have the.
Are you about to try to push his 30-point female attractiveness system? Don't you dare! This
30
is the
points
goddamn system I've ever heard.
It
of
is
my
a
entire life.
3-tier system. 1 to 10 are ugly, low income.
The trolls of society are from 1 to 10.
The trolls of society.
Yeah.
11 to 20 are the median.
Okay.
The average Joes.
Okay.
21 to 30, those are the supermodels and rich people. You can date, if you're a 1 to 10, you can date. You're dating within your bracket.
Okay.
11 to 20, you can date within your bracket or down, depending on attractiveness.
Okay.
The superstars within their own, the supermodels, the actual 10-point women and stuff like that. Date within that, or you can choose to date down, but you cannot move up if you can only move down, more or less. That's
why the hell can you move up?
Dave's system is so dumb, Nick. Stop advocating for this.
It doesn't like if I'm used to smashing single mothers, then that I would probably be within the 1 to 10 range.
As a 4 that has pulled at least 7s, 8s his entire life and somehow married a 9, I disavow.
If Janet Jackson came up to me right now today,
have you seen your wife?
She's at least a 9.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there are factors in this, and I said this the first time I saw her. Damn, Val, you must be packing.
Well, I did okay. We'll just leave it at that, Nick. Without measuring dicks and all that, we're just gonna leave it at the fact that I did okay.
I mean, your wife is gorgeous.
She's smoking hot. She's smoking hot. I did so good, y'all.
If you put out, see when you say, where is the damn thing? Hold on. Fuck it. I had a tape measure here for
Why do you have a tape measure?
There it is. Right
here. What is happening?
Tape measure. You got it. Hey, listen. You got to measure that thing out, buddy. You got to measure that thing.
We're gonna wait a second and see exactly what Will's measuring before we bring him back on stage, y'all.
But no. So the thing, the 30-point system, what's his name? Dave? That's his name?
Dave, the guy that I do my Lego streams with.
All right. So the 30-point system is equivalent to what they would call the sexual marketplace value, which is originally the 1 to 10 scale.
Yeah.
And that 10 and 9 is an impossible girl to find. And when you do find her, she's like a unicorn, right?
Yeah.
And when you do marry her, like Val, in his situation, not only did he get lucky, but the motherfucker was hunting, and he was hunting good.
Hey,
so
I prepped. I had a go bag. It was an operation, y'all. It was.
Did you have standard, or did you carry extra? 8 mag standard.
You know what? I went in with just my bare hands, Will.
Oh man.
Just my bare hands.
That's the best way to do it. Very intimate. Very intimate on that. But no. So I usually break it down like this. Like, because a lot of people have asked me, well, how do you define the 10-point system when it comes to sexual marketplace? I said, all right, here. This is what you do. Go to the club between 6 and 8 o'clock. All the girls between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, those are the 9s and 10s that's finding those 8, 9, 10 guys, right?
This is actually a pretty good analogy, y'all.
The girls between 11, no, I said 8 to 10. So yeah, the girls between 10:30 and 12:30, close to 1 o'clock in the morning, those are the 5, 6s, and 7s, possible 8s. The girls that's between 1 and 2, those are your 1, 2s, and 3s and 4s. Those are the girls that's bottom of the barrel, especially when you're just looking for a nut. That's the ones that you pick right when the bar is closing. So in that aspect, for a guy, when you go to a club, you find out, at least for that area geometrically, you find out what's your sexual marketplace value. If a girl approaches you at 6 o'clock, oh, you in the bag, at least for her. If multiple girls approach you, you in the bag. If a girl don't approach you until 12 o'clock at night, just know you've been skipped over quite a bit.
So here's the problem. Here's the problem with that mentality, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me just ask you a question, Will.
Sure.
Where do you think I'm going to find if I was a single man, right? I'm very happily married, y'all. I've got a smoking hot wife, and this is just me speaking as a man in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to pick up a girl, do you think it's going to be at 6, 8, 10, or midnight at the club?
Where are you at?
Do you think it's going to be any time of day at a fucking dive bar because I can talk and crack jokes?
Depends on what's your intention. If you're just looking for a nut, then yeah, go to a club, go to somewhere sociable. If you're looking for a relationship, I wouldn't go to a club, because they went to a club as single people, and they probably going to tend to stay single people, at least temporarily, if not that much. If you're looking for a relationship, I would say go somewhere that is sociable. Book club, museum, some type of, diner, dive, bar, something like that. Somewhere where it's like the expectation and standard is not just, hey, let's just fuck, right? It has to be where we can have an auto parts store. Yeah. If you find a chick at an auto parts store and you tell her, like, hey, you need to get some blinker fluid, and she falls for it, you got her. It's over, baby. It's over.
Well, here's the pushback that I'm trying to push back, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a club, I don't do so well. I'm okay with
it depends on where you at.
That's not my scene.
No,
right?
It depends on where you at. If you're in Detroit, if you're in Detroit, as white as you is, Val, in Detroit with that beard, listen, just grease that motherfucker down, comb it out, put on an all black suit, get you some goddamn, you already got earrings, you got piercings, you straight. You can walk in the club, you can be cleared out by, like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, listen. I'm gonna wear my patent leather chucks. I'm gonna put on my bright red laces. I'm gonna put on my bright pink tie.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gonna do okay. I got my flat bill on.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're still gonna do good. Now you go somewhere in Houston, Texas, you're probably not gonna get picked that quick. It's not a shot. It's just probably not gonna. You're not the farmer boy type. Now, if you go somewhere in New York,
bitch, I'm going to Houston right now. I'll be right back.
You're not the farmer boy type, but it all depends, because first impressions is everything, right? So
I'm gonna wear a Cowboys flat bill. I'm gonna get laid in Houston too. God damn it!
Pull up in a pickup truck. You got it. You pull up in a pickup truck, you're getting some pussy right then and there.
Have I showed you my Dodge Ram? Have you seen my truck?
Man, listen, just run that motherfucker through the mud. You got it. it's over. Now in the city, in the urban city, you got to pull up in something that's nice and loud and flashy, particularly something that's a solid color, probably with
I
lights.
also got a picture of my truck on standby.
Speaking of which, what's the women in Sweden like?
Pale,
gorgeous.
See, I listen to him, not
fortunate.
you, Val.
we are very fortunate in the DNA. I mean, our inbreeding in Scandinavia resulted in gorgeous women. That's just it. And
are they big women though?
Tall. I mean, tall. They are
fat.
I think the average. No
fat women.
Have you not seen like the Hawaiian Tropics suntan team?
In Hawaii, they have a lot of big women.
No, bro, they're from Sweden.
I'm just talking.
It's like the Swedish Hawaiian Tropics team. They're all blonde, 6 foot tall, D cups, and gymnast bodies.
I need like 300 pounds.
The average Swedish woman is around 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
And yeah, gorgeous. And when I was in my 20s, which is way too long ago, and I was single, went to the club, check, okay, where are the 10s? Okay, there they are. Where's their friends? If I find a 6, 7, 8 among the friends, in comparison, not a 10, seeking attention. That was my play back in the day.
If you know what Harpo's is, dark and twisted, you ain't shit.
I knew I pulled this up for a reason. I knew I did. I was I don't know what Harpo's is, but he might.
Dark and twisted, you ain't shit. Harpo's,
bro.
Harpo's, well, all right. So Harpo's was a very prominent club here in Detroit. But then you got Minjo's too. Harpo's was like the undercover Minjo's. Minjo's was it's where all the gay men were. Harpo's were all the undercover gay men were. But they were still like bisexual, you know, you got your straight men in there and stuff like that. But yeah, Harpo's was the spot because they used to do a lot of things there. They used to have, excuse me, rap battles, dance battles, costumes nights. It was fun. It served its purpose. But just don't go to Minjo's. If we find you at Minjo's, we got questions. Serious questions.
Yeah. I'm going
Dark
to
and twisted, how dare you, sir?
Yeah.
I'm going to Detroit in August. So I'm Houston.
Wait, on purpose?
Yeah.
Why?
Michigan. I'm meeting up with Dave, and he's going to take me sailing. So we are going to be 2 white dudes doing white dude stuff.
Okay.
In
Detroit, Michigan.
Well, he lives outside of Detroit, so I will not be in Detroit. The only thing I know about Detroit is it used to be a car town, and Kiss made a song about it. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about all you need to know.
Yeah, the Top Gear guys did something up there in Detroit.
Detroit in the last go ahead.
Record, I believe Whil is from that area as well.
Yeah, I'm from there, and I'm still living there to this day.
Yeah.
I'm in Detroit right now.
Yeah,
Detroit in the last.
Put you on blast. I was gonna be like, yeah, Will's
listen,
whatever. I was gonna let you.
You know, if I had one of my hats on, like all of my hats have a Detroit symbol on.
Will's in Detroit too, Nick.
Yeah. Detroit in the last 15 years has made a economical and industrial turnaround. We went from being a very prominent city, and then the fires happened, the riots happened, which is still a very interesting story to me. I need to cover that one day. And then the auto industry really boomed a lot. Then the crack epidemic happened. Then the Purple Gang rolled through, or I'm sorry, I might have that backwards. Purple Gang first, because that was during what do you call it when they banned alcohol everywhere? Prohibition.
Prohibition.
Yeah. So I live right near the area where the Purple Gang was. They used to operate at. But right now, with them putting up the Little Caesars, let's call it the Little Caesars Arena, and we got the football team stadium not too far away, Tiger Stadium, and then let me see, we still got Joe Louis. What is that guy's name? Gilbert something. Dan Gilbert. What he's done with downtown Detroit has made it damn near look like downtown New York. He's like a very rich guy, and he's poured a lot of money into downtown Detroit. No, white guy.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's what but he almost got in trouble. He almost got in trouble for that shit though. The funny thing was contractually they were supposed to hire 51% in city people to build those structures and 49% outside of town. They come to find out that it was 47% in city and 52% out of state. So he almost got that shit shut down by accident. But that's what I mean by those little minor intricate details within contracts and shit like that. It was crazy.
Well, if somebody can find a way to fuck you over on a contract, they're gonna, right?
I mean, it depends. Is it worth it though? Like that's something that I would like, even with what I just went through when I got in contact with the EEOC. Once we went back and we looked at the minor details of my contract, it was just like, it's because Michigan is an at-will state. In other words, I got let go in January, but Michigan is an at-will state, and they did it right before my bonus hit. So I was pissed. I called up
that shit on purpose. So
yeah,
pay you your bonus.
Yeah, and when I called up EEOC, they was like, all right, do you got anything on them that we can take you to court about? And I'm just like, no, like I ain't got shit. So they offered me a little bullshit severance, and it was either I can take the severance or I don't. So I ended up taking the severance.
Might as well. Might as well. Take the shit.
I didn't want to because it was a piece of shit severance, but it was either take it or don't have nothing.
Right. If it's either take it or don't take it and fucking move on. Nick, what am I pulling up here, buddy?
That is my road trip from Houston to Detroit in August.
Bro, do you have any idea how long this fucking drive is?
Yes, I've made that drive.
Yeah, yeah. It will take. I will be in Houston from the 7th to the 12th, and then
This would be like driving to the tip of France for you.
Yeah. But I'm doing 4 to 5 hours drive a day. I make a stop, and I'm going Houston and then South Coast up to Atlanta because of the Young Thug trial. I believe I will fit right into that Atlanta area. And then I will go up to Delphi, Indiana, and then up to visit Dave in outside of Detroit.
You're going to have to make a slight adjustment to this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're going to have to come through my neck of the woods.
Where's that?
In
this area.
East Tennessee. So you got to come up through like the Pigeon Forge, Knoxville area. That it's not going to take too much time out of your route, actually.
Okay. What am I looking at here?
All right. So if you're looking at the line, right, from the very bottom, from the starting point,
yeah,
you're going east, and then you start going north a little bit up through Alabama.
Yep.
And then you hit Atlanta.
Yep.
Okay. So then you go to Chattanooga.
Oh, I see Chattanooga and then up right to
and then you're going to have to go through Pigeon Forge, Knoxville, Kentucky, up to Lexington, Cincinnati, through that way and up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you do that, then we will be able to hang out and meet up wherever you want. And that's a much better route.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, you need to do that. If you're taking this route, you absolutely have to come through my neck of the woods.
I have to. I will have a few meetups. I will meet Mo in the Deep End and Kaiser Pineapple in Indiana, and other people on more. But I don't have more or less anybody between Atlanta and Delphi who I'm going to have a meetup with. So I might as well
you do.
Take that. No, I do. Now
you do.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Maybe you'll be able to come to the house and we'll film some goat stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how big my giant goat is compared to your giant European ass.
So funny the direction this conversation is going. This is some true white people shit. It's like, come see the goats. It's just like,
Will, once you accepted this invitation with me and Nicholas on stream, I knew this was going to be
I'm definitely coming.
I knew it was going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming.
Yeah, but by Swedish standards, I'm not that big of a guy. I mean, I'm just under 6'4", 270.
Oh, 6'4", 270. He's not that big.
By American standards, I I understand. I'm quite big.
Yeah, you tall
You
as
see
hell.
Will. You see
Tall
Will's
as hell.
face looking at you like you're fucking
Wait.
nuts.
You haven't met Drex in real life, have you yet, Val?
I have. I
You
rubbed
met
his
him in real
thigh.
life?
He didn't
Yeah,
like
but
it.
he's
Oh yeah, you
6'6"
did.
or something.
6'8" motherfucker. I looked at this motherfucker like, dog, come down. Like, what the fuck are you doing up there,
Bro?
Motherfucker's tall and he's huge because that's all he does is work out and slave chicks. But yeah, he's just huge.
Did you say enslaved ships?
Slave chicks. Fuck
Slave
bitches.
chicks. I heard
Fuck
slave
bitches.
ships. I was like, bro, that's wrong. That's wrong. You shouldn't say things like that. That's bad.
Bad and where? It's 2024. It'd be all right.
He's rowing, bro. He's rowing. He's got them shoulders. You can tell.
Yeah, exactly. Dog.
I'm so glad
Joanna.
I don't have a Swedish audience. I would be so cancelled right now.
Your American audience is not pleased with this either. I promise you that.
It'll be fine. Trust me. It'll be fine.
When I started covering the Young Thug trial back in May of last year, I got some heat by you're not black, you can't do this thing.
Oh,
but now I see the chat. I see names I can't pronounce, and
like Starquesion, eh?
Yeah,
and Bounce Shaquisha.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, and all it's.
I can almost.
I think it's because
I'm not in Nick's chat. Not in one.
I'm comically. I'm too white. I'm comically white, and somehow that okay, he's too white. We can still check this guy out.
Yeah.
I'm just covering the case, and I'm I'm the whitest guy on the planet who curses at black lady prosecutors, and apparently that's a good thing.
It's the funniest shit ever, but it's funny. What's that girl's name that just got in trouble last year or 2 years ago?
Pearly White.
Just Pearly Things. Just Pearly Things.
Pearly Things. That girl.
Yeah, Pearly Things.
Wait, was I right?
Yeah, you was right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you was right. The funny thing was the amount of arguments I got into because of that girl was the funniest shit ever. Oh, she's a white woman. How can she talk on black topics? I said, so let me get this straight. I just want to make sure I got this straight. So as black people, we went through this thing called slavery, right? They said, yeah. I said, all right, cool. And once we got out of slavery, our aunts are our elders.
I don't think you have to put slavery in quotes for the record. I think we can all accept the fact that was a real thing. I don't think you have to air quote slavery.
I have a different theory on it, but I'm not going to fuck up your channel by introducing my theory.
Oh wait, no, I want to hear it.
You want to hear it? All right, cool. My theory is
I still want to hear it.
Oh shit!
I don't want to be seen in this clip.
No. But we all know how the Atlantic slave trade went. They went to Africa. They bought the slaves. They brought them over. We know that.
Yeah.
What the argument that I usually have with black people is I don't want to hear any complaints about it when we sold ourselves, and we sold ourselves for little to nothing, right? So we willingly participated in this thing called slave trade.
Well,
but I don't want to
from somewhere.
Well, not only that, but we're not the only race of people that had slaves. Just because they were called servants don't mean that they wasn't slaves.
Bro, they're still slaves today.
Correct. So this whole get up and retro, we have to get what they call reparations. I said, what the fuck y'all need reparations for? Y'all gonna fuck it off anyway.
I'll tell you what, though, if you guys get reparations, I'm buying stock in KFC and Cadillac tomorrow.
There you go. No, don't get KFC. Don't get KFC. Get Popeyes and Churches. That's where it's at.
You're right. You're right.
KFC fucked up. Yeah, but
Popeyes is where it's at.
Yeah. So when the thing happened with Just Pearly Things, I was like, so the conversations that our grandparents used to have with us at the dinner table, y'all don't think if white people heard those conversations we had with our grandparents, you don't think it would be a problem? Because I can tell you right now, if white people really heard like what was really said at our dinner tables, y'all would be like, God damn, y'all racist and a motherfucker. So now we hearing white people say shit that we would usually say, but she's just on the other side of the world. Where's the problem at? Because the way I see it is that y'all as black men, y'all are insecure about the fact that a white woman is calling out y'all black man insecurities.
Well, I'll tell you, I can say this much, Will. I can say that those conversations your grandparents were having, same conversations my grandparents were having.
Yeah.
I think that I think in 2024 that we can finally, and we need to finally say enough is enough and just fucking relax, y'all. We can sit here and have fun and poke fun at each other and poke fun at fucking racial stereotypical
disagreements.
Well, what's the word I'm looking for though?
I don't know.
What the fuck's it called when there's a oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for, chat? Help me out.
I have a third grade education.
Black people are fast because they're black, and that's a stereotype.
There it is. That word.
Stereotypes for a reason, right? And they have become part of culture because stereotypes are based in truth for the most part, not always, but there's something to it, right? Like black people are fast runners. Yeah, I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be fat as fuck. You're still gonna outrun me if you're a black dude 9 times out of 10.
Listen, we had to learn how to run fast because we like to chase pussy. It's 2 things that we like to chase: pussy and money. So
when you're escaping lion attacks, you're just genetically bred faster. That's all there is to it.
That's the funny thing about the lion. We run from pussy just as fast as we run towards pussy. It's like what the hell? Either way, pussy is pussy. So I don't know how other way to explain it. But those conversations are like okay, so Nick, here's the funny thing. You see how we having this conversation? This is how that conversation was going that particular night. But too many people in their emotions was saying that white people are invalid to talk about black people problems. Well, black people then would be invalid to talk about white people problems. But when you look at it, we all just got fucking problems.
It's so stupid, bro.
It's dumb as shit. It's the dumbest shit. But I can tell you this, when I go outside the country, and I've said this many times before, when I went out the country, I wasn't seen as a black man. I was just seen as a man. And that's what I appreciated.
You were seen as an American.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dick on duty. But yeah, I mean, the thing is just that we don't have to carry these. We only deal with these stereotypes where we are from. When we go other places, we don't encounter those stereotypes. We encounter their stereotypes in their places.
Stereotypes are very much a regional thing, right? And to go further than that, racial.
Go back 1,000 years about my ancestors. We spread our genetics all around Northern Europe. We took the Irish as slaves, and English people, and Eastern European. I mean. My ancestors, we can joke around about Vikings and stuff and all the coolness, but they were kind of horrible. They didn't ask permission before they spread their genetics.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the past was pretty fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
We're lucky to be alive today when we are, because we can sit here, a Viking, German, Irish peasant, and a
black German.
A black German.
No. Did my DNA test. Black and German.
All right.
It's bad. I was like, how? Then I recognize. Well, I'm gonna let Nick finish.
You're pretty light skin. That makes sense.
No.
So
I was done.
I gotta make sure I follow this right. My father's father, my grandfather.
Yep.
So his dad.
You might not have met him, but he was in fact your grandfather.
Well, we was under the no, you're good. We was under the premise that he was black. Come to find out he was a German. He was white. So when we found this out, we had to go back and we had to pull family records. Only problem was where my grandfather was born at in St. Louis, that place burnt down. So we had to do a whole bunch of digging, and it was terrible. Eventually, we found.
So you're talking about your dad's dad?
No, my grandfather's father.
Okay. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was white. So thankfully, this is not my real last name, but I can say it. His last name was Williams. I won't say what my last name is on here, but his last name was Williams. So we start doing some digging on that. Then we all start getting our genetic testing done. Then we start getting like the little 21andMe and family history shit. Yeah, I got Germans in my blood. Which is why I like to drink a lot of German beer. I can't help it. It's fucking Guinness is good shit. I'm just telling you.
Maybe that's why we get along so good, Bill.
You goddamn right.
You goddamn right.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
But
and you're all part Scandinavian, maybe not by choice.
Well, yeah,
I can believe it.
yeah.
I
Well,
can
that's
believe
how
it.
the Vikings operated, bro. They
Swedish was okay. So I always get mixed up between Vikings and Nordics. Is they the same?
yeah.
Scandinavia, the Nordic countries, it's interchangeable
Norway,
countries
Sweden.
such Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So they say Christopher Columbus was not the first man to actually discover America. They said it was the Vikings.
Well,
Yeah,
there was already
Leif
people here.
Erikson traveled to what he called Vinland, and they have found Viking settlements up in Nova Scotia. But we don't know how far south they actually got. But the Vikings got to the North American continent first.
They're just recently admitting that there's Scandinavian settlements in Canada, in Vinland. They've been fighting it for a long time, and they're just kind of in the last like 10 to maybe 15, 20 years, they're like, okay, yeah, there was Vikings here first.
Yeah.
But there was also Native Americans here the entire time.
Yeah. It's not like we discovered the continent. Right. It kind of was populated already.
Yeah. We just found a giant country full of people, and we're like, hey, we discovered you. Hi.
It's the craziest. It's the craziest shit ever, because I always wonder, where did those people come from? You know what I mean? Like I understand it
from mostly like Philippines.
Philippines? During a little ice bridge thingy, what they call it, Pangea or whatever.
There's the theory from like back when we were kids was the land bridge, right? When it froze over from the Bering Sea and Russians walked across to Alaska and down the coast.
Mm-hmm.
That was the theory, the prevailing theory from forever till
quite recently,
fairly recently.
Yeah, now they discovered genetics that goes back some 30,000 years, and it seems like it's what do you call it, oceanic?
Yeah,
that
it
actually
seems like
traveled.
mostly the Pacific Islanders sailed across to South America and Middle America at the same time that the Bering Strait was being land crossed, and basically everybody pushed from the west to the east, and seems like the Americas were colonized in a vast assortment of directions.
Got it.
There's a channel out there who I'm subscribed to. I will try to find it, because he's one of these historians who he has no skin in the game, and he just reports, this is what we find out. It's still contested, but you can't argue with the genetics that there are some people in South America that has South and Central America that has Pacific ancestry, and North America we do find some East Asian ancestry, and then there's a mix.
Yeah, it's always going to be mixed, especially because fucking what's his name, Genghis Khan, he damn near fucked like damn near 80% of the Earth's population and shit like that. So
Genghis Khan, if my facts serve correctly, he actually, his armies like impacted the carbon emissions of the population of the world, because he eliminated that many people. Also, pretty sure his genetics link back to something like a third of the world's population right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
He killed 5% of the world's population back in the day.
Yeah. It registered in carbon emissions, the amount of people that he killed, and the amount of carbon dioxide that people produced were registerable in like the ice sheets of Greenland, because he was that.
I was supposed to go to Greenland for my birthday in February, and then that fucking volcano erupted.
Don't go to Greenland. Why the fuck would you go to Greenland, bro?
I wanted to go somewhere I've never been that was completely isolated. And I couldn't go to
Go
Antarctica.
to Cancun. That shit's amazing.
I've been to
Go
Cancun. It's nothing but titties in Cancun. I wanted to go somewhere where it was just nothing but. Now I was gonna go to Alaska, but polar bears, and I don't like polar bears. I don't like bears. Period. I hear too many horror stories about what
you
it
got
is.
against white bears, bro.
I ain't got shit against white bears besides the fact they got teeth. like I keep a small dog. Like I'm nah. But yeah, I'm a pussy when it comes to large animals like grizzly bears and black bears and shit like that.
Well,
I don't fuck with it.
If it's an animal big enough to just crush me in a second, yeah, I got a problem with them too. I'll give you that one, bro.
Then even when I was in Alabama and I had that fucking snake crawl up my leg, scary situation because it was too close to my dick. And I'm just like, anything that close to my dick that I'm not trying to fuck, it needs to stay away from. So nothing. No.
Have you seen my snake?
Did you see that scale?
Yes.
They did a survey, Americans, what kind of animal can you beat up? And a good portion of the American men thinks they can take on an elephant.
Well, no, that's stupid. That's stupid.
And it's like,
I'd definitely fuck up a kangaroo. I'm pretty sure I could fuck up a cougar. Like if it came down to it, like if a cougar attacked me and it was life or death, I think I would kill that cougar.
As long as it gets your arm, you can kill it. If it gets your neck, you over.
Bro, I ain't gonna let that bitch get my neck. I'm telling you that right now. Like if I have eyes on a cougar before it pounces, I'm fucking that cougar up in a fight.
Well, so even if you go, all right. So are we talking about venomous, non-venomous? Where are we going with this?
Cougars aren't venomous.
No. I'm talking when you talking about just like just the complete animal kingdom
size. Yeah. The biggest predator that you could take out in a fight.
Biggest animal?
Predator
or
animal, I guess. Whatever. Like I could fuck up like what's a big animal?
It
like
would
a
be
donkey.
even fight
If it really
between
came down to a
me
fight
and
between a
a
donkey, I'd
Scandinavian
fuck up a donkey. But like they're not gonna do shit, right?
Yeah.
I would have to say a boar. I think I could fuck a boar up.
Bro.
Oh, bro.
Now the reason I say I could fuck a boar up because I'm more than willing to sacrifice a leg so it can get a hold of my leg just so I can grab its neck so I can get a nice good twist on it and break it.
Those tucks will fuck you up.
I would rather
they
fight
don't
a
bite.
cougar than a
They
boar.
go haywire with the tusks. And those are bigger than you think. You have, I mean,
I shot one before
out there. Yeah,
I would much rather fight 100-pound cougar than 100-pound boar any day of the week.
I'll take the boar
cat over 100-pound pig. Oh yeah.
The cat has nails and it moves too fast. The boar is.
I can stomp the shit out of a cat's face. How American History X that bitch.
Dog, greatest fucking scene ever. But see, the cat got 10 claws that it can, 20 claws it can get you with, and like I don't know, what's that? A good 8 teeth? That's a lot of teeth and that's a lot of sharp shit. The boar, you got 2 sharp things and teeth that you got to do it, and plus it run fast. So if I give it my leg, I'm more than willing. Like if it came down to it, and you had to feed this animal to your family, take this leg. Fuck it, it'd be all right.
You know what a board tell you in a fight?
Fuck you.
That's what a board tell you in a fight.
That's cool. Do we get a choice of a weapon like a knife? I'm taking that board. Fuck that board. Taking that guy.
Well, if I get a choice in weapon, I don't know.
See, I can't legally, because of YouTube, I can't grab this thing that's over here, this prop that's over here. I can't grab this prop. But yeah, I wish I could.
I'm gonna refrain. I grab blades all the time. I'm gonna refrain.
I've never been a knife. Now, I got a guy. He's a knife head. He probably got 40 blades on him at all times. He carries like the little mini, like the little belt blades. Like you can pull them out just like that.
Oh, that's illegal. That's a concealed weapon. Don't tell people about that. Don't tell
people. And I'm talking about in video games.
Okay. In Minecraft.
Yeah. 40 different blades at all time. Yeah. I've never been a blade type guy. I'd rather beat the shit out of a thing than to stab it. It's always been fun.
Bro, I remember one time in Hawaii, we were out in the field, right? I was in the Army. We were in Hawaii, and we were on this field problem. And I remember we set up this patrol base, and we just settled in for the night. And it's like, all right, do 50% security because we're on mission. We're on training, right? So 50% security, only half you can sleep at a time. And I remember being on patrol or on guard, right? You're not on patrol. You're just sitting there behind the rucksack. And I remember hearing these fucking something come down the trail. I was like, what the fuck is happening? What is
Was
going
it heavy?
on? Bro, loud as shit.
In Hawaii?
Bro.
The fuck was it?
It was pigs. It was pigs. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, what the fuck is coming down the trail right now? Like, this is a training mission, right? Like, I'm not about to shoot nothing. I'm just sitting around patrol.
Shit.
Bro. It wasn't like there was a live fire event. I've got like no ammo. It's not
Carry
like
one in the boot, baby.
Situation. We're just camping in the woods playing army at this point.
Carry one in the boot.
Like, what the fuck is coming down the trail, man?
Yeah.
And eventually I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to sleep. And then the next thing I know, they're coming up behind me.
Mm-hmm.
They're just gone. And then they move around and they came up behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people behind me that were on patrol were like, what the fuck is going on over here? And then they disappeared. And then they would come in over there. And then they would, these fucking pigs, y'all, messed with us all goddamn night. All goddamn night.
Didn't get no sleep.
Oh, bro, it was horrible. They just kept coming. It wasn't like they just kept like they were coming down the trail and they saw us there and we smelled funny. And they were like, what the fuck is this? So then they just kept trying to see who we were all night long.
Bro, did you see what the shit that they doing in Texas though? You know, in Texas they got feral
miniguns out the helicopters.
Man, they got feral pigs out there. It's free meat, baby. But it's this channel I watch on YouTube. They do a lot of night vision scopes, and they do a lot of hunts on pigs and shit. Man, they just load up that fucking Humvee and they just go out and 6 guns everywhere, just taking pigs out everywhere. I love it, crazy. I would love to do that.
But I also read that there are in Texas a lot of pig farms apparently, and boars and pigs have started to interbreed, and these pigs are bred for meat, so they are huge, and then they interbreed with boars. So now all of a sudden you have 500-600 pound boars.
That's the crazy thing, Nick. Like if a domestic pig escapes in the United States, it takes less than a month before they get all bristly full of hair and start growing tusks. Less than a month before they start turning into feral hogs. So if you have domestic 600-pound sows that escape, they're going to be wild 600-pound fucking boars or pigs in within a month.
Is that a survival thing that kicks in that makes them grow tusk and shit?
It's a unique factor to pigs, bro. That's why pigs are so the reason that pigs are here in the first place, they came from Europe, right? And what happened was people would sail to the New World and they would release pigs onto the island or onto the mainland or whatever the new land they discovered, so that they would set up a breeding population so that when the sailors came back to that area, there was an animal to hunt in abundance, right? So all these like conquistadors from Spain would come down to like the Bahamas and release pigs on every island they landed on.
Nice.
Right? So now today we have all these fucking remote parts of the world inhabited by wild hogs because of the European settlers that planted them there as a hunting source for future resources.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're just taking over everything. They're destroying crops and destroying land and it's become a problem.
I have a cousin down there in Texas, and I was talking to her about it. She was like, if there's pigs like within the vicinity, it will fuck up everything. That one group of pigs will take some shit the fuck out. So I'm not saying it's open season, but it's pretty much open season. Just like in Florida, how they got the they're not called iguanas, they call something else.
No, they're iguanas.
No, they yellow and green. They iguanas or they're iguanas. All right,
they're iguanas.
Either way, them motherfuckers is open season. If you see it, you can shoot it. It's just
Same
like
thing
that.
with hogs in 99. No, I don't think there's a single state in America that would get you in trouble for shooting a pig. Every fucking place in America right now, as far as I understand it, has an open season on hogs. They are nuisance, they are vermin, they are pests, and they need to be eradicated because they destroy crops, they destroy land, they destroy soil, they destroy fence and livestock, and they're just a nuisance.
Yeah, I got something like that in Sweden, Nick. Like a nuisance animal.
We have a boar problem here because about 10, 15 years ago, we had a big surplus of sugar beets. All the farmers, because it was good pricing on sugar beets. And then everybody grew sugar beets. And then all of a sudden, nobody bought sugar beets. And what did these assholes do? They took truckloads out in the woods and just left them there. And now we have a hog problem.
Weird how that works. There's an abundance of resource, so the pigs multiply in extent, and now we have to deal with the fucking.
Well, they left food reserves out
in Colorado. They decided to let a bunch of gray wolves loose. Like that was a good idea. Hey, you know what I'm going to do in this civilian population? I'm going to let 10 gray wolves loose. That'll be good. Now they're reporting all these fucking calves are dying. All these ranchers' baby cows are dying.
You seeing how big them motherfuckers get?
They're huge, bro. They're huge.
I seen a paw print of one time.
Huge.
And I put my hand on. I'm just like, this would fuck me up. That thing needs to stay far the fuck away from me.
One-on-one, I'd fuck up a wolf, bro. I'd fuck a wolf up in a fight.
Yeah, but we talking about a pack though.
One-on-one though, I got it.
One-on-one, yeah, you have a chance.
One-on-one.
The wolf pack,
no.
You're gone.
It's over. I seen how them wolves hunt in a very they hunt in a very mystique way. Even though it's brutal, it's a very mystique way. I love to watch wolves take down like big game and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I always like to see how the wolf in the rear comes up. Because he's the one that's pretty much hurting that big motherfucker. But the ones up front, the youngins, they up there, they doing the damage. They pretty much keep it under control.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to watch them.
Overlapping each other, so they jump off, then take off. And then the next one comes up, and that game getting exhausted, blood loss, and then the old one. Okay.
The old wolf comes
here I am, and then done. Yeah,
I might have to be that asshole tonight. I might have to call it quits.
Okay, no problem. Well, shit. I mean, we got to hang out. Unfortunately for Nick, I say a prayer for him, but hopefully everything works out. But thanks for having me on, Jay.
Nick's fine. I'm sure Nick's fine. Well, here's the deal, chat. Nick Staroff, tell us a little about yourself. Plug your channel and tell us what you got going on in the next little bit.
Today, it's going to be the Jodi Arias trial, the Mormon lady who ended her ex-boyfriend with stabby, shooty, shooty, and then blamed it on masked men. And so we're doing a recap of that. After that, I'm doing Serial Killer Saturday. I'm covering the Eileen Warnes trial at the moment. So that's Saturday.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, but here's the thing. That trial is so clean. Clean. I mean, because the trial was in 1992, and it was so clean. The judge has complete control. What?
She made it pretty easy, though.
Yeah, she did.
Want to hear something funny? And y'all two maybe remember this, but she's asleep right now, so I can't call her. Who was that guy? He was a serial killer, and he was either in Arkansas or in New York. He used to primarily prey on girls in college. Black guy.
Oh no, the Volkswagen Beetle guy.
Who?
What was his name?
It had to be within the last 30 years.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Either way,
it's not Dahmer. It's not.
No.
It's not.
You're talking about Ted Bundy?
No, he's a black guy.
I want to say Jackson, but I think I'm wrong there. No,
I can't remember, but I can tell you this much: when you do your Serial Killer Saturday, Val, you know Raw that be on my channel, my girl.
Yeah.
She knew that motherfucker.
Oh.
She knew him, and also she studied up under him for like 4 years.
Oh.
And then after everything came out, once they put his picture up on the TV, she was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And she was telling me about it. I was like, "You got to be bullshitting." And she like took me back to a video that she did. I think it was a couple of years ago. And she pulled up receipts. She got pictures with this motherfucker when he was in the schools and shit. And I was like, "Are you fucking?" She was like, "Yeah, I almost bit a bullet. I could have been dead." So whenever I'll ask her what was his name again tomorrow, and then when you do your serial killer Saturdays, I'll direct her to your channel. She might be able to give you some insight.
I would very much like to. If that trial was streamed or televised in some shape or form, I will definitely do it.
Nick, will you put your link in the channel in the chat again for me, buddy?
Oh, hold on.
And then Will, what do you got going on, bud? What do you got happening in the Cellulite podcast realm lately?
So I'm putting together the Kink Week stream, which Kink Week is always going to be fun. I still got that. Yeah, that motherfucker was fun.
Last year.
Yeah, last year was dope. Yeah. The side piece stream. That's the one you was on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good, heavy fun, baby. I still got some gaming things. Well, actually, I'm about to start stepping up my gaming things because we actually I'm finding YouTubers who actually play like Tekken and Street Fighter, and I'm setting up tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh, so you're getting more into the gaming thing lately.
Yes, and actually, I need to set up a second channel because I'm noticing that my gaming is interfering with my podcasting. So I don't have 2 separate channels.
Okay.
And then the other thing, it's a sporadic moment, but it's usually when I get into it with somebody and they piss me off hard enough, that's when I do my burn it to the grounds. But those happen. There's no limit nor schedule on those. But that's when I really get into my heavy editations of where I really like upscale the production value of the, like, if you go watch my episode, like everything you see on my channel is me. That's like 80% me, 20% raw, because I create all the graphics. Like the last one I did, that whole entire intro, I did that in one day with the music.
Do me a favor, buddy, and put your link in the chat real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all tomorrow night, come back right here, and we're doing a Lego stream with Torin 3. Torin's he's an interesting cat. He does these old school Japanese like braiding techniques that are kind of, I'm going to say, lost to time, but he does some pretty awesome things, and he's an interesting dude. So tomorrow night, me and Dave from MLS are going to be interviewing him here right on my channel as well as Dave's, which is Lego Law, and I'll have that pinned in my chat tomorrow so we can find Dave's chat. But otherwise, Torrance coming up next week. I'm covering a little bit of the Karen Reed thing here and there. Just got done watching the Nicholas Mew trial. Other than that, I think that's about a wrap for the night, y'all. I think Nick Rekieta had something going on, so I had the opportunity to fill in, and I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up and showing us some love. And I'm glad that if you guys haven't met Nick Staroff or Will, or myself for that matter, I'm glad you guys got to come hang out and get introduced to the fun side.
Definitely. And I
appreciate words, gentlemen.
Yeah. I appreciate everyone who subscribed. Y'all just brought me up to 864 subscribers. So thank you.
Yes.
Everyone who subscribed. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And I will be seeing y'all gentlemen later. Y'all take it easy, dog.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon.